Hello everyone, welcome to Lost Shipyard, and welcome not to the Amnesia Campaign. That's not what, no. Welcome to the Sanity Campaign. We're recording on a Thursday. This is throwing me off. Yeah, it's been a week. So for those who don't know, first of all, welcome. This is a little apocalypse theme. I'm not the DM today. I'm your host, Nitsify. I play Ryuzuka. In case you don't know who he is, he's this little Darla guy. He's a little bloodletted rogue. Also, on top of that, he might be a death surgeon cleric, but we don't talk about that. That's private information. Keep it to yourself. About cussed. Not early on the intro. We can't do that. Alright, we also have Acrid. He's our DM.
Hi.
Hello. We also have Dylan, who plays John.
Hey, what's up? I survived COVID this past weekend.
Yeah.
That was an experience.
Yeah. By the way, he's a barbarian warlock. Yeah, but besides that, it's been a bit of a hiccup this week because we didn't do Roman Harbor, and we did a solo session of Sanity because a certain someone in my apartment decided to catch COVID. And he decided that he would steal his cat, seal them in his room to make them also get COVID with them. And it was like this whole thing. So
one, I literally admitted to having COVID earlier.
So
why not just say my name, you absolute coward?
Well, I mean, I'm just trying to protect your identity. Do you want me just telling them your identity?
Bro, I'm not protecting my identity. You see what's happening back there?
I just called you Dylan, but I mean, guys, this is Tic Tac Dylan. I'm sorry, I'm outing you out like that. You fucking asked for it.
Wild.
Right. So
you're lucky that I'm sure I don't have the COVID virus right now. That's all I'm gonna say.
Just remember, I paid the other half of the rent, dear sir. We can't pay for that rent.
I give you moral support.
Exactly. All right.
Yep. You get it.
Yeah. We don't pay for the other rent. We can both get evicted, buddy. Right.
Yeah. Moral support.
That's not moral support. Understood. All right. So, besides that, getting back into the stuff, it's been a bit of a funky one. We're going to be recording kind of back to back, so expect some extra Sanity episodes this week. And maybe next week. I gotta figure out how I'm gonna divvy this out. We'll figure it out.
I have an idea for this actually, but it might not work because of computer storage. So
we'll see. That being said, in the last episode, a certain someone was missing for certain reasons, obviously, which is what I was trying to segue into, and I got interrupted abruptly. That being said, John Sean got his DNA stolen from him and was unable to talk for the time being. Noki apologized. She didn't apologize for jack shit. Well, okay, she apologized for what's to come, from my understand. But she also has said that she has accepted her John's apology to some degree. Excuse me. So it looks like it might be under the bridge. I'm still gonna double check behind.
Okay.
It's Noki.
Can I just say, so, as, I'm sure these guys have already talked about what happened while I wasn't there for the last Sanity session.
Yeah.
Do you want to know how weird it is to wake up from a COVID-fueled nap? And then just hear, and then I'm just, trying to get my senses, and then I overhear Nitz talk about his kid, and I'm like, wait, what? Then an hour later, Nitz proceeds to let me know, hey, by the way, your character was still there. Also, you got stabbed, FYI. And I'm like, what?
Granted, I did ask if you wanted to, I asked if, you wanted any information on it. You're like, yeah, maybe a little bit later. I was like, all right, cool. And then we got talking about some stuff, obviously from a distance, COVID. But, we got talking. And then eventually it led to like a little bit of information being just told to him, and I was like, all right, yeah. So basically, all you really need to know: you got stabbed, and I have a kid now. Okay, cool.
Yeah. No, you are right. I did ask for it. It was just more of the principle of the matter, where it's like, oh, what did I fucking miss?
Yeah, yeah.
That's why I said watch the episode.
Yep. Did you? I hope you watched it.
I completely forgot.
All right,
I
buddy,
reminded you twice.
You're going in blind. I hope you know what Noki said to you.
You seriously forgot to watch the episode, despite the fact that you were told multiple times.
Oh, God. It's fine. It's fine. He'll work around it. He just
Even I've got the episode playing.
Just be careful what you say to Noki, I guess, for now. Because I can't remember exactly off the top of my head the exact thing she said, so I can't really tell you.
Yep.
I'll work around it.
Yeah, we just work around it. We work around it for now. Yeah. The other thing that should be mentioned, Nosuke, we found out, she popped in. That's Ryu's daughter, apparently, of Yavina. She is like a day old, but she has the mentality of an 18-year-old, from my understanding, and the body of an 18-year-old. So, because fucking Yavina magic. That being said, the one other thing that we're dealing with is the fact of one of the experiments from Phinia came back, just like in the process. It was like John gets stabbed by Phinia, and then like not even a fucking day later, like just a few hours later or something, she pops back and is like, hey, my experiment is done. Here you go. You want it? Cool. What does he do? I don't know. And fucking walks out. So we have. So we have Nosuke, so we now have a ranger. We had to replace the ranger for a ranger, and then we got I think it was a warlock for a warlock, funny enough.
Yeah.
Because
just different skill sets.
Yep. We found out that 3 different groups were missing. All the ones that went missing were supposed to have gone through the same area and just never showed. Teyu's group never ran into them. So Teyu's group is going to be heading back. We sent the Eladrin, CC, and the Ironforge man that was found and uncorrupted by Ryu, we sent them with her and told them only to engage with whatever the problem is if they think they can handle it. But if it's wiped out 3 groups, it's probably going to be a big, heavy old no, and hopefully they actually get out of their life. But they're going to have to pass through that city no matter what, so I would have rather at least been able to give them a little bit of extra armor in the process. That Eldrin hits like a fucking truck, so hopefully that works in their favor. But we're heading to Goldcrest, and that's where we ended off. Literally a day away from Goldcrest, from my understanding. Where we're going to have to do everything in Goldcrest instead of splitting it 50-50, because Solana's group did not make it there.
Yep.
Uh-oh.
Yep.
They are MIA.
So just to give the player with me a reminder.
Everything sounds like a damn drug addict.
Alright. We have ruler bodies. We have grandma followers, a fox spoon that we need to find. We have a shade one we need to find, a missing group, which is Boyle's group. We need to find that. We also have a missing orc we need to find. On top of that, we need to be able to make sure that on the side we look for scavenging for gear, and there's also a cache in Goldcrest, so do keep that in mind. Alright, cool. So is that all understood?
Okay.
Cool. All right. Oh, yeah, by the way, did I mention the one guy who knew where the crypt was to find the dead ruler's bodies is no longer in our team? So we get a search for that.
He did tell y'all kind of, he said it was probably in the palace, so y'all have a start point to start looking from.
He gave us directions and an idea. The rest is go fuck yourself and find out.
Yeah, it's better than fuck around and look.
Yeah.
Also, so as you guys will be getting up for that day, the second day, John, reload your damn sheets. Next up.
Okay. Oh wait, sorry. Okay.
Yeah, I added feats. I added a feat to you because that's the thing you unlocked by making a bargain with Diloth. Since now you're level 7, you got his thing. Whoa.
Here. Ooh. Okay, that'll be tight. All right. Player to DM. Do I get to talk?
No, you are still mute.
Got it.
We're getting to that. Just hold on. So as they're getting up, Ryu is already awake. He took second shift with Hunter and Konika, kind of rotating.
Yeah.
Who's up, who's not. And he sees as John is reactivating again, as you guys are like a day out, he sees that portal ripple open again as Fenya walks through.
Oh boy.
As she walks out, she goes, there you are. Hi. Hi, Ryu. Hi,
Hey, how you
John. Oh, no, shush. Don't even try. You will hurt yourself. Now. And she goes, so, here's a little thing. And she, like, puts her, like, 2 hands, like, on each side of her cheeks. As she's looking at you, as you're seeing a glowing syringe is at her belt. She goes, so, here's the little thing. Here's your 2 options. Now I'm gonna need you to either nod or shake your head, because you can't speak. Sorry. Kinda. So.
John looks like he's trying to talk.
Yeah, she also, you try to talk too much, you might take damage. She just warned you about that.
Oh shit, no.
That's why she mentioned you will hurt yourself. So she was so, here's the little thing. Either, first option, you tell me no, and I leave. And you don't get to speak ever again. Or... you say yes, and I give you this injection, and I see if it works.
Wow.
So here's the little thing. I've never messed with elemental genetics or mana, but Yavina said I could, so I'm going to. I think Yavina's lightly mad at you, so she gave me rights to use you like a guinea pig. So because I've never been able to mess with elemental genetics or mana, whatever you want to call it, basically your mana is like your genetics, blah blah blah, real intelligent stuff you wouldn't understand. Basically I need to see if any of this works, because I've never done it before. So it'll be new. And if it works, you'll get a little bonus. If it doesn't, you might explode. I don't know.
Okay.
This is all new land for me. So you good?
I feel like John Shaw would just kind of turn to Ryu. You know those like anime eyes where it's like big white circles, a small black outline, and there's like a tear on the bottom of it?
Yeah.
I feel the tear's kind of like moving down and up. And he just kind of looks at Ryu with that expression on his face.
Ryu just kind of like, he'll kind of like bring his hand up, his right hand up, both of them, and just kind of like point his finger outwards, like directly at you, and then just shake both of those like pointing fingers, his 2 right hands, just like up and down, like in a nodding motion, like fucking nod. Don't say no. Just nod.
John Shaw, you can tell by his body language that he sighs without making the sighing sound. He turns back to the person and he'll just very suppressingly shake his head yes.
Okay. So just as a little reminder, just so you as a player remember who this is, because you will be seeing this person a lot probably.
Right.
You are dealing with this lady, Fenya.
5'6".
Yeah, and here's the thing: you see her go, you see her nod, and you see her that smile. Why? She's like, great. She reaches out her belt, pulls off this syringe, and you can tell it's like mostly orange, but it's got this almost like kind of odd, like almost radiation glow to it. And she just goes, alright, I have no idea how this is gonna go. And she stabs you in the eye and injects you with it.
I feel like John's arms would like very cartoonishly kind of fly upward.
Yeah, so as she injects you with this thing, I've already rolled to see what would happen with this. So, John, first thing, you are able to speak again. And for like a couple seconds, you're like, okay, I'm good. Oh, why does everything feel like my body is stinging? Oh, this is painful. As you just kind of collapse and start like violently shaking on the ground. And she goes, "Oh, that's not supposed to happen." And she stabs you again, and like you hear her say something as she pulls out just this pure like radiation green mana out of you
Ha!
that she had spliced your mana with. And you just pull it, she goes, "Alright, so fire elementals probably don't mix well with Glavisker mana. Got it." News to me? She goes, "Alright, so you can talk now, and I'm just gonna hold on." She stabs you again and draws out some of your mana, but this time she doesn't remove your ability to speak because she realized that she needs to avoid that part of you.
Okay.
So she just steals like a little bit of your mana. Like it's nothing that'll affect you.
Okay.
It's just that purely a thing. And she's like, "Alright, so I'll see you in a couple days with a new test. Bye." And she walks away. She opens the portal and walks through.
Okay,
So I'll just let you know this as a player. This is from Noki. The sort of like Noki went and ranted to Yavina, and Yavina decided, "You know what, bitch? Here's your punishment. Suffer in Fenia. You are now Fenia's guinea pig until Fenia deems she's done with you, which will probably be never. Because it's Fenia. She's never messed with a fire elemental before."
Got it. So I feel like throughout the whole sequence of events, like probably like around when Sean like got his voice back, he was about to say something, but he just kept getting like constantly dazed. Like he kind of had like the anime spiral eyes throughout it as he got stabbed again. And then as he gets up with his voice now, he'll just kind of manifest it on his flames. He'll just say, "Apple. Apple. Oh, it worked. I'm talking again. Okay." He just kind of brings his hands to his face. And he'll just kind of walk towards Zenoki.
Okay.
And he'll just say, "Why?"
That wasn't really my choice. I just thought, I didn't realize Yavina would get upset and do something herself. I realized she told me, "I'll deal with that later." Well, it's later now, and I didn't have enough time to tell her to not, and just, yeah. So she just decided, Fenia, she's gonna use you like a guinea pig, I guess. Which, honestly, is like one of the better results. Because there was just the option that she just completely race changed you. But Fenia might do that too on accident if she's not careful.
So
you'll be fine.
John's like temperature, like Noki would probably begin to sweat, assuming she's able to have the ability to sweat.
I think she can. She's a blood elemental.
Good point. So correction, John Sean just kind of gets super hot. So whoever's near him would just probably start to sweat or something like that.
And he has COVID. I stay away.
And throughout it, John is kind of going. He's gonna just very sharply turn around, walk over to Rio, and he'll just say, Is there a limit on your reality conjuring magic? Just out of curiosity."
There aren't limits per se, but there are limits to my ability to control. Yes.
Can you summon a pillow for me to muffle my screams with? Because I need to scream very loudly right now.
That I can do rather easily.
Please do.
I'll grab a pillow. In fact, I'll make sure that it is fucking fluffy as fuck. And it is fire inflammable. Not fire inflammable, fire immune. To the best of my ability.
Okay.
Fire retardant.
Yeah.
Yeah, I couldn't remember the word, thank you.
Arcana check.
Alright.
This is the new one.
All right, Sanity
I
dice.
also feel as though this should be
Hold
mentioned
up.
because it wasn't at the start. Hi, I'm Anya. I'm playing Peanut Gallery today.
Yes.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I got fucking sidetracked by the me saying the COVID bit, trying to get things going, and then I got shot. So I'm good until someone starts saying something in the middle of the intro when I'm trying to get everybody introduced. It just throws me off every time. Which is like half our intros, let's be real.
Yes.
Okay, I want to mention, the reason why I had to roll a second time was because literally I rolled it and it was beginning to fall off the desk, so I had to catch it.
What'd you get?
Fair.
Okay, so I have a plus in Arcana, so doing my math here, that is a 22.
Oh,
Okay, yeah, no, you create like this oddly fluffy pillow that is like fire resistant.
Hell yeah.
So
Okay.
there you go, John. You can scream.
He'll just very sharply take it, and then you'll just hear just a general for you know what? Just for fun, I'm gonna roll something.
Fair.
Okay.
Just a minute. I rolled a d20 and got a 9, so he just screams in it for 9 minutes straight.
Hell yeah.
And then after he'll takes it away, or just kind of pushes it off him, dropping it to the floor, he'll just say, "Okay, I got it out of my system. When are we leaving?"
Honestly, no. I was kind of just waiting for you to get done with that.
Apologies,
You're
but
good.
I figured you would prefer it if I handled my aggressions a little bit quicker than usual.
I'd rather you deal with it now than before we step into Goldcrest. Also, how are you doing, Nosuki?
Nosuki picked up the pillow and just went bonk, and she just hits John with it.
Hell yeah.
Can I burn it?
It's
Nah.
fire resistant. Fuck you. You
Yeah.
can't.
Shit!
If you couldn't burn it for 9 minutes screaming into it, why would you be able to burn it now?
I forgot about that. Curses!
As you and John looks over, you can scroll up a bit and just see Nosuke. She's just holding the pillow in like her two right arms.
She has
She
4
just
arms,
like
by the
reached
way.
up and just went bonk. And she was just bored. She was standing there for fucking 9 minutes waiting.
I drop kick the shut. No, just kidding. I don't do that.
Good luck.
Do not.
You might miss.
That's, just to be clear, that's Ryu's kid, right?
Yes,
Yeah.
I'll be real. You fucking
Okay.
even flick her, and he is coming at you with all 4 weapons drawn.
I wouldn't anyway.
Okay, good.
Fine.
I love the idea of John being like, she wouldn't hurt me. Nosuki beats the shit out of you before Ryu even gets to you. Like, it's almost like...
She's
Oh,
weirdly
what?
effective. She is weirdly effective, actually.
Okay, got it. John would just kind of go, "Oh, right. You're Ryu's kid, yes?
Yeah.
I'm Sean. Pleasure."
Pleasure to meet you, Nosuke. I saw you were mute, and I couldn't know why, but I got the feeling because I could detect blood magic. It was probably because of either Fania or Yuvine. So yeah.
Just 1 minute. He'll try to take the pillow
No, it's
back.
mine.
Can I
You
do
dropped it.
an athletics contest for the pillow?
You can, yes, go ahead. Let me grab her seat really quick. I mean, what's
Okay,
her
got it.
athletics? Oh my god, that's her athletics. Got it.
Yeah, grab my D20 1 minute.
Oh god! Oh my god! I can just make a second pillow, man.
Okay, I
It is a
got
child, by the way. You dropped it. Her brain went, oh, it's mine now.
a dirty 22 in athletics.
Oh my god! So what's your plus to athletics?
My athletics is +6.
Okay, so with her nat 19 plus 4, you will not get the pillow back by 1. And she gets a 23
Brother.
to keep the pillow.
No shot. Okay, fair
Oh,
enough.
God.
She only has a plus 4. When you said 22, I was like, okay, there's no shot she gets this. And then she rolled a nat 19, and I'm just sitting here like, why do you want this pillow? You fucking child.
Okay. So
Can I just
I don't know
make a
how-
second pillow?
Yeah, no, really, you can't.
Yeah,
Like,
let me
there's
just make us
stuff-
like a I feel like while they're tugging over it, Ryu's just sitting here like, I can just fucking ask. Yeah, he'd make another one and say, that's a dirty 17. It's probably not flame resistant like the other one, but also you have the ability to just like use the whole like brace ring thingy to just not burn
not
something.
burn.
So yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I want to mention, John, do you keep trying to tug at the resistant pillow, or do you just take the second one?
Can I suggest something? Can we canonize it so John loses the tug of war and just kind of falls backwards, and then Rio just throws a new pillow on top of him?
Yeah, I just want to throw it like just directly as fucking hard as I can into his chest.
Alright, go for it. Athletics.
I just like the idea, like, if it's a hard enough throw, it's just a fucking knockback. Like, it's like, why did I get knocked back 5 feet by a pillow?
Hey, wait, I just realized something.
Yeah?
Would that count as a projectile?
Technically, yeah. So you just hear a squeak, are you gonna use it?
I'm gonna use it.
Okay, cool, yeah, so the squeak goes off, and it just kind of, like, it hits you, it just doesn't fucking, you know, it doesn't do anything. Yeah, that's all it is.
Because it was do no damage regardless.
Yeah, you just remove the knockback.
I know you were just trying to do knockback for the record, you just thought it'd be funny.
No, that's
And then
fine, that's
also,
fine.
you would look over and just see Nosuke holding the pill like, it's mine.
Hell yeah. Now, can I make a brick and chuck it at him? Nah. Actually, I think I just have a brick in my inventory from Grandpa. Like, from Gramps. Like, what was that?
you
Like,
gave
the
it back
third or
to him.
fourth? No, yeah, you're right. I gave it back to him as, like, a present.
And he also, you did it for a 2-for-1, and he gave you a mana potion.
Yeah, right.
Also, I was gonna say, try me, bitch. I still have a second charge on the dock.
God, luckily enough, I have a lot of mana slots.
Got it. So, as John just kind of does whatever you can to dodge the pillow, you'll just kind of stare at it blankly, walk over, and hang on, I'm gonna roll another d20.
I would have mentioned.
That's a 16. You'll just scream for about 16 more minutes.
I'm gonna usher you to keep walking while we do it.
Yeah,
It's like leading the blind. Like I feel like Ray's just kind of like walking. I'm like, hey, there's a tree there. Move to the right. Move to the fucking right.
Here's what would happen, John. As you would be doing that,
Oh yeah.
as you scream for the 60 minutes, you would feel like as if something wraps around your waist and wraps around your right shoulder and pulls you.
What?
And what you don't know is you can't see this because you're screaming into the pillow, but you're walking as Kenji wraps her whips around you and just pulls you. Because she saw Ryu starting to direct you, she's like, I'll do it. And just fucking wrapped her blood whips around you and said, let's go, bitch. And she fucking pulled you.
Dude, you know, there's walking your dog and there's walking your fire elemental.
Cool, kinky. Anyway.
She's a fucking construct of Fenya.
Yep.
Okay, at the end of the 16 minutes, John Sean will just kind of use whatever arm, probably his left arm, to just kind of like throw the pillow up in the air and just kind of set it on fire. And
Why would you do that? That's a waste of a good pillow.
Just going.
John will just say, I feel better after that.
I'm keeping this, by the way.
You
Okay,
can.
I want to
that's
mention,
nice.
she actually has added the flame-proof pillow.
To
to
her
her
inventory.
inventory.
Hell yeah.
Yes. That is her only other item other than her 4 whips.
John would
Understood.
That is all she has.
I would then just like take notice of the whips and he'll just kind of go like, what? Why do I? Huh? What? Why do I have these on me? What happened?
You just look forward, and if you scroll up enough, you would see Kenji, who is this.
Right
She has
above
white
Nosuke.
wings, and she just has like one of her, like her hand up over her behind her right shoulder, as like the 2 whips have come out of her hand and wrapped around you as she's walking. So yeah.
Yeah.
She just has her 2 whips wrapped around you, and as she notices you would see her just move her hand as the 2 whips would just de-link around you, and she'd pull them back and circle them back up and put them back on her hips.
Yep.
I would just kind of stare at her blankly.
I'll mention she wasn't even looking at you. She was doing that blind. Like,
Good.
like you realize that, like, why did you have such motion control of a fucking whip?
John's just currently thinking to himself, "Oh, I thought that was real." You know what? Better not to say anything, or else I'm gonna make it weird. Just keep moving.
Yeah, I'll be real. Like, if Ryu uses a weapon to guide someone, he's using his knives because that's what he goes to by default.
I mean, John's logic is that he's being grabbed at 2 different places. Hey, Rio has 2 different arms, and also probably would grab John if he wanted to.
Yeah, he would, but he doesn't have, like, those whips are way too fucking noodly to be doing that, man.
Fair.
So you guys got 2 new blood wielders that joined the party. Whoa.
Yep, we have blood wielders now.
Genji and Nosuke. As you guys would be walking up, and you guys would travel the last. Actually, I think you guys are on the edge of Goldcrest at this point, so you guys would be walking into Goldcrest.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Because the last day of travel that we did in the solo was the last day of proper travel, so we should have been on our way into Goldcrest, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. So it was like, you guys still had like a good hour to walk, because you don't want to fucking park up right outside of a fucking nest.
Yeah, that's a bad idea. That's a bad idea.
And so as you guys would be starting to enter the city, you would be able to tell pretty fucking quickly. They'd say oh, it's gotten bad. Like, a lot of the golden roofs have almost been tinted black and purple, as the corruption that has been with it, the corruption on the outside of the city isn't terrible. Like, it's bad because the whole corruption that's happening. But in the city, it's the second you step through the walls, it's oh wow, the leeches have not been nice to this place. They have been festering, and there's probably more than one, considering how many tendrils are arcing throughout this place.
We haven't been able to do leech control in this city like we have with the others, so it would honestly check. If we can get rid of the pillar whenever that time comes, hopefully we can start leech controlling this place, because that'll make a big difference.
Yeah. As you guys would be kind of hiding, as you guys would as you guys would enter the city, you guys would see there's the main road, there's the side streets, there's the alleyways, and then there's the rooftops.
Yeah.
How do y'all want to progress?
So, alleyway, rooftops, and what was the other one?
So you have the main strip that goes straight to the capital.
Yeah.
Straight to the palace. Which would be the fastest, but also the most dangerous. You have the side street, you have the alleyway, and then you have the rooftops.
Well, this is something we need to keep in mind in the process, right? We need to keep the other objectives in mind in the process while we're dealing with this. Because going down the main street road, it would allow us to probably be able to look for the fox spoon, as we know we'll probably pass through noble areas, getting to the castle probably. And we know the fox spoon is located in that type of vicinity. But even if we go on the rooftops, we'd still be going through that area. It would just be, a little bit less, we could have more of an advantage point. I think, at least me thinking out loud, and obviously Dylan, you give your own 2 thoughts on it at the end of the day, but I think rooftop might be one of the safer options, and also one of the better options. I know back alley would probably be the safest, and most likely rooftop is a good middle ground. But with rooftop, we'd be able to look around for the grandma followers that are missing here. We could still look around for a possible shade woman that has been said to have woken up recently and isn't corrupted. Though she might just be in a normal cemetery, so it would be good to kind of keep an eye out just for the normal cemetery in the process, essentially. The missing Boyle's group was supposed to have come to Goldcrest, and they just went missing. So, being able to stay on these roofs will allow us to keep an eye out for the Boyle group, the missing orc, the grandma followers that are missing, that sort of thing. And by the time if we don't see them and we've already made it to the castle at that point, we just find the ruler bodies, and if we have time, then we can try and do more of a scavenge hunt for the others later on. At least that's my thought process. We also should keep an eye out for caches, which caches would probably be hidden up in alleyways. So if we did rooftops going in to try and get to the place, and then we're going through alleyways and keeping an eye out, might be a smarter way of dealing with stuff. Because in worst scenario, if we're getting chased, alleyways are a good way to shake people off.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, I'm gonna be honest. Funnily enough, I was already leaning towards the rooftops because I mean, hey, if something comes at us, chances are we'd probably spot it. Hard to sneak up on someone while you're on the rooftops. So yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Also, side note, but if we actually manage to find the cache and we're being chased, most likely, from my understanding, a lot of those caches are actually, no, that wouldn't actually go that well. I was gonna say we could just sneak into the cache because normally they're a little bit on the tighter side, but we do have Konica who probably wouldn't be able to fit inside of the cache hide areas. So that actually would be a death zone. So if we find a cache and we can't even get to it, at the very least we at least know where it is for next time. But yeah. Yeah, alright, so rooftops. Cool.
Cool. So y'all would hop up on the rooftops as y'all started walking.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so as you guys would be looking around, y'all would be able to see that there's a lot of crystal bulbs flying around. There's a lot of the commoners in this area seem to have this black, like, almost like the leeches have been slowly adding more mass to just the commoners that have been walking around.
Yeah.
So some of the commoners have, like, almost this, like... Some of them almost look like they've got, like, a form of...
Yeah.
So it's like, oh, great, they're getting worse. It's just... Everything's getting a little bit stronger the longer it sits. Right?
Yep.
And you guys would be walking through the main area, and I'm gonna roll, see if there's any encounters.
Hello, Weena. Wow.
My man.
Huh?
Man.
What? What's up?
Don't fucking do that.
I'm just playing my cat, man.
Don't fucking dare you.
Okay.
Your cat's gonna claw your eyes out.
Actually, she loves me, so I'll put the ratio.
She still might. It's a cat.
No,
Still might.
Rena wouldn't. She wouldn't dare. I feed her. She's actively purring.
Okay. So for now, you're safe. So, as you guys would be walking,
Yeah.
So as you guys would kind of keep slowly walking, y'all would be able to start to hear, y'all kind of hear like the groaning of different monsters and just different creatures making noises as y'all are going.
Yeah.
And it's more of that thing that as you guys are walking through the main area, it's probably not nearly as bad as it like could be. Due to the fact that most of the monsters that seem to be walking around here are most of them don't seem to look up. Luckily enough for you guys.
Yeah.
It seems definitely the flying crystals have 100% noticed y'all.
Yeah, that's fair.
Due to the fact y'all are on the roof and they fly around.
Yeah.
But y'all would start to hear, you'd start to notice like some of the monsters have cleared out of a certain area. And you guys would start to hear the sound of just someone chuckling. As they almost seem to be humming to themselves.
Is it similar chuckling to what was mentioned from from Ironforge that Teo heard?
There's a chuckle. It's kind of like a pause for about 5-10 seconds, and then just a. So it's a. She'd mentioned that there was someone chuckling, and then there'd be breaks in their chuckles.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
So it's probably the
that's-
bitch.
Yeah. So as you guys would be walking, and you would actually kind of be above this person.
Okay.
As they are sitting in, they're kind of sitting in a side street, and as you'd be looking down, there is a thing in this guy's image that is not here, and I'll describe it as it would appear. But yeah, you guys would be above, like all above on the rooftop, as this guy's kind of in like a courtyard, and he's like sitting on a bench.
Yeah.
You're seeing this guy.
It's this bitch. Alright, so I know who the fuck this is. He's a bitch-ass motherfucker. I'm not gonna say his name, obviously. Go watch the Siege campaign. We're looking at a bald-ass motherfucker with, a black bushy beard.
Fuck out.
Hey, listen, he deserves it. A black beard, kind of bushy. He's got a bit of a gut on him. A bit of a wider shoulder type of person. So a bit that like rectangular body type, honestly. But he has some muscle on him nonetheless. Like, fat does equal muscle to some degree at the end of the day. Besides that, it's essentially take like a monk's design, and then just don't have them wear the robe properly, I guess, technically, because he has the right side on, like, for the sleeve, and then he has, like, the left side just not on, and he's kind of just, like, twisted the robe, essentially, so that it kind of curls around the stomach, and probably on his backside, too. So you can still see, like, his chest and his stomach, his belly button, that sort of stuff. So it's just covering his right side, essentially. He also has this, like, I want to mention this kimono is, or, like, robe, whatever you want to call it, is kind of like this, like, very faded, like, blue. It probably was a more vibrant blue at one point. It's definitely not anymore. Kind of same thing with the belt that probably holds it together so it doesn't fall. As it's like this like yellow like cloth belt that is used, but again, it's pretty desaturated. He has these like white ropes that kind of are used like around his ankles, probably by looks at it. It seems to be having some type of like leather bracings like underneath, like around the shins, from what I can see. And then I think those are sandals on his feet. Last thing that should be mentioned is that he has this like big old necklace with black beads that are pretty massive. Like just one of these beads are about the size of a palm, of like someone's palm of their hand. It's pretty decent.
Yep. And one thing that he is holding, so in his left hand, he is holding a gourd that is about the size of his torso. And he's just drinking from it.
Gotcha.
And let me actually roll for something. You would see him look up at you guys. And you guys would recognize that, you guys would actually see that he was wearing a sash over his eyes.
Okay.
Oh.
And you would just hear, am I hearing footsteps? Footsteps. Footsteps. And he takes another drink.
That checks. Dude. Honestly, we have better things to deal with right now. We can deal with him another day. We need to actually focus on quests.
I can agree with that, actually.
Yeah. Don't attack something if we don't need to right now. That's kind of where we're at.
Yeah, so y'all would actually see him, as y'all would keep walking, you would see him stand up, kind of turn around, and just start walking through the city.
Fair enough.
Okay,
As he
we'll
doesn't
run it later.
As he doesn't seem to be paying much mind to where he's headed. As he's just drinking. He's just living his best life.
Understood.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we just keep it moving. Just keep an eye.
Yeah.
Whenever we get back to Goldcrest, we'll just let them know, hey, I think this is the guy.
Y'all don't know if he was corrupted because you couldn't see his eyes. So y'all don't genuinely know if he's corrupted.
That's fair. That's fair.
Another thing I will point out. Yeah. As he would just keep walking. As since y'all ignored him, he ignores you.
Fair enough.
Fair the fuck enough.
He's like, oh, they didn't say anything. Okay. Bye. And fucking just walks off and keeps drinking.
God. Yeah, I mean, at that point, it's like, honestly, it's that thing. If someone's just walking around in a city fully infested with monsters, they're probably working with Rashi. So either he's infected, or he's not infected, but he's probably still working with him nonetheless. Like, I feel like that's a pretty sane guess.
You would have noticed that he did have his weapon out. So his weapon was next to him, and there were no monsters around him.
Yeah.
So it's that weird thing of like, okay, either he killed all the monsters and they cleared out, or they cleared out because they were like, no, not worth it.
Yep.
So his courtyard that he was in was just completely empty.
Understood.
So he heads off on his own.
That's fair. And I guess the way I see it is it's that thing of like, if he does genuinely mean well, he'll just continue doing his stuff, whatever it is the fuck that he's doing. And if he genuinely wants to help out with the group, he'll probably make his way to Kainalum, because at this point I feel like it's pretty common knowledge for anybody making their way into the zone of what the fuck and is being done and how things are being handled at this point.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of like, if he actually is genuinely on our side, then he probably already knows about what's going on. So there's no point to approach a man like that.
Unless he's like Desmond. And just genuinely has no contact with people.
Chances of that is pretty low, but it's possible, but it's pretty low. And right now, with us being in Goldcrest out of all places, it's not worth checking to finding out.
Fair enough. So, y'all head on. And now I gotta roll see if there's any other enemies. Whoa. Okay. Fair enough. Y'all would have to hide a few times as monsters wander by. Like, there's a point where, like, there's a train of, like, 4 spiders and 3 moles that go by.
Yeah.
And y'all just kind of duck behind, like, essentially, like, a pillar from a roof. Like, duck behind it and just wait for them to go by. Like, it's sort of like, let's not cross on the archway while they're fucking right there.
Yep.
That's a death sentence.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, you guys would see, they keep going, and, as you guys would start to enter the noble area, as you guys would get through the 3 possible areas you could have had encounters.
Hell yeah.
Oh.
Y'all got one and ignored it, and it ignored you. So yay.
Hell yeah. And no signs on any missing people, no signs on the fox spoon, any of that?
No, that's all probably lit further in, so yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so I will, as you guys would enter as y'all would enter the into the nobles area, now I get to roll some fucking, okay. Okay, got it. That's what this is. Understood.
Mm-hmm.
So, as you guys start walking through the noble area, you guys would... The roofs on the nobles areas are a bit steeper than in the normal streets.
Yeah.
So, y'all are kind of having to... You're still able to walk on the roofs pretty easily, but it's still some of that, like, alright, don't slip. Don't... Because once you start sliding, you are falling.
Yeah.
As you guys would start kind of continuing throughout the city, y'all would be able to see a group of people.
Alright.
That are just kind of standing, kind of in the street, but luckily enough, there's not a ton of monsters around, not a ton of commoners around them.
Okay.
They seem to, as there is 6 people who are all a bit different.
Okay.
And one of them y'all would recognize.
Oh?
This might be one of our missing groups.
As there's this person.
We're looking at a blue Eladrin lady with white hair. She's wearing a blue, blue breastplate with, like, silver metal linings that kind of go, like, around, like, above the cleavage area, essentially, and going closer towards, like, the actual, like, neck, if that makes sense. So it's, like, leather, and then above that is the actual metal. And then, like, these, like, that same color of that, like natural, like, grayish iron that is used for that chest bit, also being used for these like shoulder pads that are pretty jagged and pretty decorated. Dark blue robe bit that kind of hangs from the hips down. It's pretty tattered. Black pants, black corset that goes around the hips. Somewhat, essentially like a muscular hourglass is the best way to put it. Or at least as muscular as it gets for an Eladrin. It's kind of like a lean muscular, but that's kind of what I'm getting up. She also has her hair put up in a ponytail by the looks of it. So, yeah, a lot of it. Kind of like goes like halfway down the back at that point. We see there's the one person we recognize. This is the missing group, because there's the missing orc that we found. So we've now found the missing orc that was on our quest list. Green skin, darker green hair, put up in a bun, pretty messy bun, goes like halfway down the back. Mainly legs, very little torso to leg ratio here. A lot of leg. Very muscular arms though, because there's that bit of orc. She's that person where she fucking, like, hugs you. Okay, cool. Well, your spine's broken now, buddy. She has golden, hooped earrings that are about the size of her eyes, essentially. Maybe a little bit bigger. Black eyebrows, red, tank top. Tank top, crop top to be more specific. And then black torn up pants with a red, probably what was like a jacket that she's just kind of like tied around her hips, essentially, with red sandals. Then we have what looks to maybe be a Goliath with the type of skin color they have. Black hair. She has these sides basically completely faded. So a lot of the hair that she has is just growing on the top and the back, but it's long enough to where it goes like probably down past her shoulders and not much further than that. She's wearing like this red long sleeve shirt that goes like and gets tucked into like these dark brown leather pants by the looks of it. She has this like white fur coat that goes over her shoulders, so she's probably not originally from this area. I guess she might have just been a traveler that got caught up in it, sadly enough for her. Red war paint, I guess is the best way to put it, like near her eyes, kind of like making like triangles underneath and above her eyes, like kind of connecting onto the eyebrows essentially, and like right underneath the eyelids. And then like besides that, it's just a bunch of like brown leather straps kind of going across her like hip, and I can't see anything past that, so I'm gonna guess like dark brown boots probably that would fit well with the outfit. Then you have what might either be a hobgoblin or a goblin by the looks of it. Is it a hobgoblin or a goblin? Because hobgoblins are naturally taller. Okay, gotcha.
She's just a tall goblin. She might have been on her way to becoming a hobgoblin.
Gotcha. So she was on her way to evolution. Understood. So she actually has some intelligence. Holy shit. Okay. That's not meant to be a mean way. That's just the fact that goblins don't get smart very, very often. So we have like a lighter green compared to the other orc, a lighter green skin color, fairly short, kind of a little bit more of like a pear-shaped body, red tank top that actually has like long sleeves in the process, a little bit of like a puffier, thicker material from what I can see though, and then a red skirt that literally just goes past the glutes. It doesn't look like it goes anything past that. She has this red bandana that she's put across her forehead and actually used to kind of keep hair from getting in front of her eyes, to kind of keep the bangs out of the way, because she has a decent amount of like really bushy brown hair. Unlike the others where it's been a little bit more on the straight side, hers is obviously a way more like curly, wavy type of hair, because it comes out a lot more. But even despite that, she's put a decent amount of it into a ponytail, but you know, it's curly hair. It's only gonna do so much for that. And then like these like chunky like bronzish earrings, one on each side, making some type of emblem. I don't know if it's supposed to be a god's emblem or something, but yeah. Black thigh-high stockings that go like halfway up the thigh, and then these dark brown leather boots. We have got two more, everybody. We're getting there. We have a lady with very dark tanned skin. It might be human, could be a different. Very ginger, very, very dark red hair. It looks like these sides are basically shaved, but then like she has a lot of this hair that's grown as far down as her calves, but she's braided a lot of it. So like the bang bits, so that way I guess it doesn't get in front of her face as much. She's braided like the area near the bangs to kind of keep it from getting in her way. She has this like dark red / black. When I say dark red / black, the shirt that she's wearing is this long sleeve one, right? And like the sleeves are red, and like the majority of the shirt is red, but like near like where like the rib cage starts, essentially on the sides of her body, is where it goes black. And speaking of black, the same shade of black is used for her pants and her boots, which, can I mention, those are high heel boots, and those are steel tipped. Don't get kicked. She's also got a very muscular upper body. That is something that should be mentioned. And the last lady, we're looking at probably a Jordanesh. In fact, a lot of these people, half of these people might be Jordanesh, honestly. We're dealing with a lady with like white fur, like, you know, that goes across her shoulders, white hair, braided pigtail type of style is what I'm seeing here. So a lot of it's not much of it's really getting to flow. She has a scar across her left cheek, going like under, like starting near her like ear, the very top bit of her ear, and then going downwards, like basically almost pointing towards her mouth to a degree. Probably by the looks of it, probably created by a back curved dagger or something of that sort with the way it curves. That being said, she has this dark brown, very, very dark brown, not like a dark brown, it's like a very, very close to black type of dark brown, turtleneck, like long sleeve shirt, with like some leather armor kind of going across like her arms, essentially, for gauntlets. We're talking black gloves, dark brown leather shoulder pads covered over by the fur, so you can't even really see them to some degree, which is actually kind of smart. And then like it looks like she has some black pants underneath, but it's kind of covered over by like probably what is essentially her clan's like cloth insignia that she has kind of draping over her hips to a degree. So this is like black, and then she has like some insignias on it, so I'm guessing that might be her clan's, if she is Jordanesh. And then some earrings, one on each side, that seems to have some type of like jewel or something kind of increased on it, but it looks like it's created by a jewel and then some like type of wood or something like that. But yeah, blue eyes. Yeah, there you go.
Did it?
Oh,
Sorry.
now you're at.
You want a minute?
Nah. We good. We did this.
Okay, so
right.
As we're just kind of like noticing them, John would just kind of whisper to Rio, and he'll just say, "Oh shit, harem alert!"
He looks to you and just goes, "What the fuck is that?"
Oh, don't worry about it. Should we go see them?
Well, the orc over there, if you see that, that's one of the missing people, and they're on the list. So we should actually do something about this. Before we jump in, what's the monsters looking like? Are there any other monsters nearby? You said there are some commoners?
Yeah, there's some commoners.
Is that about it?
So let me make a roll. Make that decision. Okay, y'all are lucky. Y'all got very lucky. It was just one natural D20.
Okay.
Y'all got pretty lucky. You kind of look down the way, and it's like, all right, probably about 700 feet off, you can see a spider.
Okay.
So if things get really messy, it might notice.
Okay. Understood.
Like if magic starts flying, like hits different things. That's one of the things. Like if different creatures start getting alerted, and it kind of just travels down the chain, that spider might eventually start making its way over.
Understood. Next question. Am I able to gauge if any of these people might be a little bit on the easier side to uncorrupt? Because we can immediately uncorrupt one person straight away. That might be to our advantage.
I will let you roll a Arcana check. See what you can figure out.
Okay.
People.
Cool. I didn't know if you'd allow it, so. Holy shit, that's a nat 20.
Of fucking course it is.
That was a sanity dice, by the way. I'm not touching Katsu dice today.
Why not?
Because I did that during the level 0 campaign, which is a private campaign, and it rolled like 1 or 2 nat 1s, and then the rest of the time it kept rolling nat 19s, and it felt like cheating. So I just stopped touching it.
My man.
I'll roll it when sanity dice starts getting fucky. That's when I'll start rolling it.
Oh my god.
Just to see
Fair.
see if it changes any. But sometimes Katsu dice is just maybe not today. I like rolling well. Don't know, it feels nice, but it feels cheap sometimes when you roll well, really well the whole day. You know what I mean? Like, even though it's really not your fault, it does feel weird.
It feels weird to never fail. I do kind of get that.
Yeah.
Like I'm unstoppable, and I kind of feel bad.
Yeah, it's not a, it's, I don't know, it's not a good feeling, which is such a weird thing to say, because you want to roll well.
Y'all are weak. When I'm on a roll, I'm so fucking giddy.
Fair. Oh, man,
Oh.
alright. So, that net 20.
Yeah. So with your fucking Arcana
Yee.
of net 20,
Uh-huh.
you would actually be able to detect something that would let you know something that you wouldn't have expected.
Okay.
That I was also kind of just was a side thing. You fuck.
Okay. Sorry.
So, you would look at the first thing you would notice is that one of these people is very different than the rest. As
Okay.
the lady with the super red hair isn't a human at
Okay.
all. In fact, she is a mnemonican.
I fucking knew it. Okay.
She is a slime person who mimicked people and probably mimicked a bunch of Druinish.
Yeah. I was assuming, like, there was a positive, because, like, how red it was almost abnormal. Like, it wasn't a natural ginger. So I was thinking, like, maybe it's, like, a mycelium, because myceliums have, like, vibrantly colored hair, naturally, because they're sea slug people, and they're naturally poisonous. So that's, like, the whole thing about them. That's, like, the one thing that makes them stick out. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay, that also makes sense. Mnemonican. Shit, that thing's got psychic abilities. That's the thing, it has telepathy. All right.
And has enhanced history.
Uh-huh.
They will remember you.
Yep. I don't remember what else they get. I know they get something else too. If I remember right.
Yeah. Also, she is standing at. I will write this in just so you get an idea. 6'8".
Okay, yeah. So
she's actually rather large.
Yeah, so she's a little bit of an oddball. A little bit of an oddball here. Okay.
Yeah. And she can't age.
Yep. That checks out because it's a slime.
Yeah. So here's what you guys would be able to tell. Out of the bunch, I'll actually just grab 60/20s, and I will roll.
Hell yeah.
And I'll determine how uncorruptible each of them are.
Lego.
Alright.
Watch at least one be a not one.
So going from one being impossible to uncorrupt and you just have to kill them to up. So I'm gonna go from top and then just kind of go down the line. So So what you would realize is the Eldrin will be probably a little. She's about the normal level of difficulty to uncorrupt. Probably a little bit more corrupted than some other people. The orc is that orc resilience is starting to really shine through.
Okay.
As it seems that there's a little bit like her eye is twitching occasionally.
Okay.
It's like you could probably uncorrupt her in 1 or 2 goes.
Okay.
The Goliath is very much corrupted. She's going to take a bit. Like, it might take grabbing her head type thing.
Okay.
And knocking her out. The Goblin, completely average difficulty.
Understood.
She rolled a 10.
Understood.
The Mycelium you can uncorrupt in a single go.
Understood.
Like, you can tell, like, she's probably barely corrupted. Like, the corruption is barely being able to control her.
I mean, it makes sense because she's technically an aberration.
Yeah.
It's surprising it even managed to actually corrupt her.
She probably got hit by that giant wave, which is the only reason.
That's fair.
It probably killed her, and then it brought her back.
Yeah.
As a corrupted. And the Druinish that Druinish will is coming out. It's a little bit easier to uncorrupt. So, I was gonna write all that down, but that's up to you to remember.
Yeah, no, I get you.
Got it.
So, Reed's gonna look down to the others and just go, alright. So I'm going to be honest. You see the red one there? I could deal with her instantly. Shouldn't be a problem.
Okay.
Orc should be pretty easy. And that Drudanesh with the white hair should be pretty easy. The goblin should be fairly easy. I'm not too sure about the blue. Target the Goliath. John, if you can do that too, that would be good. They will probably need to be knocked out before I can do anything.
Okie dokie.
So them first. If they get knocked out and I haven't gotten to the next person, deal with the blue. The better health we can keep everybody, the better. So if we have to whittle anybody down to where they're almost dead, at least do it with the people that would be harder to uncorrupt. Can we ambush?
Alright. You got it. As you guys can ambush.
Hell yeah. Alright, so how we fucking doing this? Do we just do it, or do we need to roll something here, Chief? Oh, there's a train.
You guys can roll a group stealth.
Hell yeah. Group stealth time. This is my shtick. Can't wait to roll. Nat one. It's not. Hell yeah. That is a 21 from me.
Is everybody you have... Hold on. Wait, Oh my goodness. Wait a minute.
3013.
Okay, so... Fun fact. Only 2 people of y'all's NPCs isn't proficient in stealth.
Oh my god.
Damn.
Everyone but 2 is proficient.
They're rolling like
half
shit,
proficient
though.
at least.
Half of them are rolling like shit.
Yeah, I believe it.
Dude,
Noki got a nat 1.
Who? Noki?
Noki got a nat 1.
So I'm just gonna read this out to everybody so they can see it, because I'm reading this stuff right now. Konica got a 12.
Oh, no.
Jalapeno got a 10. Hunter got a 26. Nosiku with a 14. Noki with a nat 1. Kenji with a 21. Meja with a 22. Lulu with an 11. And ML with an 8. And then John Sean with a 16.
That's not the right roll. I rolled physically. That's from an earlier.
Gotcha.
I got a 3013 for stealth.
Gotcha. 13.
Okay, well, there's a problem.
Mm-hmm.
That's 2 nat 1s.
Who else got a nat 1?
ML.
Oh, it wouldn't let me see. Okay, so ML also got a nat 1. Fuck.
But Hunter got a nat 20. He was able to cancel out one of the nat 1s.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Let me see. I'll roll, because whoever's getting the nat 1, that's going to affect them.
Yep.
So
if it
I have to roll
affects one of the triplets, then that means the whole fucking triplet is affected.
Yeah, all triplets will be affected. That's one of the bad things about having them as a group.
Yep.
Okay. So, what you would see happen is, as you guys are going, you would see, as you guys start making your way to hop down to ambush them,
Yeah.
because y'all do have to hop down off the building, you would see ML almost slip, but Hunter is able to, starts to slip, but Hunter is able to grab her shoulder to keep her from falling on her head.
Yeah.
Okay.
However, as you guys start to hop down, Noki slips as she loses grip on the building and falls and crashes through a crate.
Understood. If it wasn't a nat 1, I'd ask if I could stretch my arm out to try and grab her, but I know it's a nat 1, so.
It's a nat 1, yeah. As you see all 6 people whip around and lock onto her.
That's the healer.
Damn it, Noki.
Yep, that's y'all's combat healer.
Alright. How fucking close is everybody there?
So the first thing I will say this for positioning wise, because I do not have a battle map for this one, because this is a random encounter.
Yep.
You would see Kenji jump down and land in front of Noki.
Do you just, I don't know if this would help me, but do you just want to just pull up just a fucking blank map and just put the tokens there so we know what we're working with?
So let me actually do this, because I do have a map that might work for this.
Okay.
Hold on.
Because the only
Please
reason
hold.
why I put this idea out is because it's a group of 6 versus like another big group. You know what I mean?
So if you
Makes it
want,
easier
we
for you.
can pause to,
Okay.
just so people don't have to sit here.
Hello, everybody. We pause and all right, bitch. And we're back, bitches. We're back.
Yeah.
We're set. We have an actual map now. You know what? Can I actually just on the spot? No, maybe. No, I couldn't set this up on the spot. I should have done this while we were. Whatever. It's fine. You don't get to see a map. Fuck you.
Yes.
A different day.
Damn.
I'll set this up eventually.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's. From my understanding, if it's to the exact form of this, we're on top of a building, and then they're on a bridge area, like a stone bridge area with a pathing. So there's like a river in between the pathing area.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay, cool.
As this city has a lot of, because it's right next to the ocean, they have a lot of rivers that they have built into the city. So people they're more freshwater rivers.
Mhm.
It was basically so people did not have to, it was basically the thing of, it was also just for entertainment of people always had water if they wanted to use water magic or anything of that nature. So, yeah.
Understood.
It also made it so people was like, I need to water my damn plants. Moves their hand, water comes out of the river and goes to the damn plants.
Hell yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
All right. Hell yeah.
Which
As
of course means the coast looks fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So if we're starting off this ambush, I'm guessing Noki's out of the ambush question though.
so Kenji had jumped down to try and make sure Noki didn't get fully ganked.
That's good.
So Kenji has also sacrificed her ability to get an ambush in, as she has essentially drawn her whips, essentially is drawing aggro away from Noki.
Okay. Understood.
It's a warlock that should be mentioned. She doesn't
Yep.
have a lot of health.
To be honest, I was more surprised that Konika didn't do that, but fair enough.
Konika, the reason why is because she was behind. The triplets were in her way.
Gotcha. Okay.
So Kenji was next to Hunter, so she just jumped down vertically.
Gotcha. Alright. So,
Yeah.
I think it makes sense to get the uncorruption thing out of the way first in the ambush before John and the others start doing their attacks. I think that's pretty
Go
good,
ahead.
right?
Makes
That pretty,
sense.
yeah. So let's be real. Let's knock out the one that I know I can probably one tap, which is the mnemonican.
Go for it.
So let's just fucking do that, because the sooner we get these people uncorrupted, the better for us in the long run. Holy shit, that is a natural 18.
Cool.
I wanna
So here's
mention-
what happens.
Yeah. I want to
Go
mention
ahead.
something. So I said before that my Arcana was a +7. I was looking at my second sheet, which doesn't have the proper skill stat stuff because it's all fucky wucky. Because I have my stat increase stuff from certain things because of certain feats, and those feats aren't put onto the second sheet because you told me not to. So actually I have a +9, so it's actually a 27.
Oh my god.
Yo.
Yeah, because I have expertise in Arcana.
Oh, you fuck.
Because one of my feats that I got early on, like way back in the beginning, one of the first ever feats
Skill
I picked up was
expert.
Skill Expert, which gave me expertise in Arcana, Perception, and Performance. Because Jester and I need to uncorrupt people. And I need to be able to talk
This
with
is why I
gods.
mark things on all the same sheet. So there's just like one sheet that has all of the
Information, yeah.
information, expertise,
Yep.
Yeah.
nuances to that.
That's
Okay.
normally what I do. It's just that sometimes that second one just throws me off randomly.
Yeah, so what you would then see is you would free the mnemonican.
Mhm.
You would see her head kind of snap to the right in a very like, oh yeah, you have no bones kind of way.
Yep.
As she looks around, looks up at you guys, gives a smile, and turns around, and you just see her deck the shit out of the Eladrin.
Nice.
And she just looks up, and you can see her go, okay. Grab her left. You see her like with her right arm grab her left shoulder as she spins around, as she essentially pulls her left side and just clocks the Eladrin.
Oh my
Hell
god, that's
yeah.
amazing.
If I just want to double check one last thing, uncorrupting, because it's been a while since I've had to do it. Uncorrupting is a main action, correct?
You honestly are at the point. I'm gonna say you've done it enough.
Yeah.
You can do it as a bonus action.
Hell yeah!
Oh,
So I could
fuck
do it a
yeah.
second time now. Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest. You've been doing it for over 100 days. I'm gonna be real.
That's fair.
You've learned how to do this shit.
That's fair.
It doesn't take you as long.
Okay, so I know Drunesh is like... Drunesh and Orc are like the second closest from my understanding. So...
Yeah, Orc is probably going to be a little bit easier.
Yeah, we're going to do the Orc.
Okay.
So let's go ahead and get that one out of the way. That is a... Oh, brain do math, please. Thank you. 21.
Okay. You get the feeling you nearly had her uncorrupted in one go. Like, you were damn close.
Okay, gotcha. Understood.
So you got her nearly uncorrupted.
Cool. Alright, that's my turn. I only have one action, so, you know.
So John would then see, as you would see Nosuke kind of wander up towards the front. She goes, excuse me. She goes.
She kind of like squeezes her way in between Rizuka, John, and Hunter Smith, just kind of like squeezing her way up.
Like the same energy when that one person in the theater has to go to the bathroom.
God, dude,
Yeah.
that's so awkward
Excuse
when
me,
you have to do that.
Excuse me.
Exactly.
Yeah, and you just see her go, okay, you, as she points at the Goliath.
Oh boy.
As you would see her snap her fingers,
Mm-hmm.
as you would then see a mark form on the on the Goliath.
Okay.
As you would see their body become slender.
Okay.
As she drains the strength from their body.
Yep. So the thing about this whole ranger class is they have different marks. They get a total of, I think it's 6 or 8 choices. I think it's 8, and they can
There's
pick
8
only
choices.
4. Yeah. So they can build up. They can make their whole build around like whatever they want to work with, and each one does very different things. But they're like a debuffing ranger. That's the whole fun thing about it. So.
Yep. So
Yeah.
you would see her make this. That she basically turns this Goliath, who's pretty well built. She gives her an hourglass.
Understood. So it went from like essentially you're going from like a person who's pretty just like square built, but you know like pretty muscular upper top, to just like still the upper top still being muscular. It's just there's a little bit less waist going on there now, essentially.
Yeah.
Understood.
But she has drained her strength and given her disadvantage on athletics.
All right.
Yeah, which might be useful. And
Heck
Nosuke
yeah.
then will just go, okay. We.
She jumps down. For those who can't see the map, she jumps down.
Yes, as she jumps out, and then you see her pull out her whips, and she goes, "I like you."
Fucking hell. Yep.
As I think
Whips
she
have a
still
tempo
has
range.
movement.
Yeah,
Oh,
she
she
would.
still has movement. She just goes. She moves a little bit closer to the Druinash until she is barely within 10 feet of them. You see her draw out her 4 whips, and you just see her just start cracking at them.
Gah. Fair enough.
As you also saw, just before she started cracking her whips, because since that mark is a special thing, you saw her whips begin to glow.
Lovely.
As she casts something on her whips as a bonus action.
Yep.
Alright, here's her 4 swings.
Oh, God.
That's a corner.
Alright, 3 of them hit.
Nice.
That red one changed.
As she will land... Oh my god. She lands 3 of her whip strikes.
Hell yeah.
And you would also notice that her whips have a special little thing, so they get a little bit more slashing damage in there.
Nice.
As she would also get her Zephyr Strike.
Mhm.
As she deals... 20... Oh my god. 43 slashing and force damage. To the Goliath, to the, not the Goliath, to the Druinash.
Nice, dude.
As that'll be the end of her turn.
Hell yeah.
Okay. Hi. Quick question.
Hmm.
What was the Goliath Ryu wanted John to focus against again? 'Cause-
So
wait,
the person in the middle,
run
the
that
Goliath Barbarian, if they're like the biggest focus. If they go down, that's fine. We just don't want to kill them, obviously, because they're going to be the hardest to uncorrupt. The second hardest will be that Eladrin that is like right beside them to the left, right behind the Mnemonican, which the Mnemonican is now uncorrupted. So if you get near them, it should be fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. I think I kind of want to use my ambush turn, kind of getting myself set up for what I'm sure is probably going to be a pretty tough martial battle.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm thinking of just activating heated temp health and just trying to give myself some hit points before I jump into the battle.
Okay.
Just give me one sec.
As you're doing that, Hunter hops down.
Hell yeah.
I also say that because that means he's out of the way.
Fair.
Okay, that's 15 health. And question, could I just kind of like go a little bit over to Jalapeno and I'll just say, buddy, you should probably get on my back for this one. This could be a little bit tricky.
He hops up onto your back.
So I'm trying to think of this as like a Rocket Raccoon and Groot situation from Marvel, if you know what that is. So, speaking as a player, could I instruct Jalapeno to try and every time they try to attack while they're on my back, or they just go to my back after they're done attacking?
Yeah, you could tell Jalapeno to do that.
I'll try to instruct Jalapeno that way, so that way the tank can keep them safe, you know?
Yeah, Jalapeno does have some health, but they could get damaged pretty easily. So yeah, that works out for Jalapeno.
Yep. So the both of us will drop down to about here, and
right,
I will
good.
end my turn.
All right, cool. Oh my gosh, that checks out. As you would see, I need to make a.
Uh-oh.
As you would see, as John, as you're hopping down, you would see Hunter is running forward, and as you would see him essentially as he essentially lowers his body down, as he essentially places his left hand on the ground, you see his foot start to glow, as he essentially sends a kick, as you would see just this rippling of force and energy rip through the Eladrin, through the Druranesh and the Goliath, as he uses one of his special abilities called a Crusadic Kick.
That's still a human, right?
Uh-huh.
Yep. I would say out loud to everybody.
That's my human.
It's my bad.
It's my boy! Rio's not yelling that, but you know.
Yeah, so with his Nat 19, he's hitting both of them.
Hell yeah.
Lovely.
Which... And of course, I just now, as the legend that I am, dropped a fucking die.
Which one did you lose this time?
It's the pale white one with the red numbers. It's fine. Alright, as he does. Oh my god! 16 force damage to the both of them.
Damn.
Excellent.
As you see, as he essentially spins upwards, as he keeps that momentum, as he pushes off with his left hand, you see him grip at his two swords as he swings at the Goliath, as he swings at the Druranesh. As he is now going to take his two swings. That is another Nat 19. And a Nat 6. Alright.
Alright.
So, he will land his first swing, which was with the Death Kiss Blade.
Hell yeah.
Which is actually the one that hurts quite a lot.
Yep.
As he does 25 slashing necrotic damage to the Druranesh, who at this point is... You see the Druranesh, it's that thing of you could definitely tell, it's like, okay, being a Druranesh is definitely helping them, because their constitution is probably pretty good, but they are coughing up a fair chunk of blood.
Yep.
That's fine.
From being just suddenly ganked.
Yeah, they really have been kind of just ganked because kind of they're in the way of getting to the Goliath.
Yeah. So yeah, that's that. As that's Hunter's turn. Yes, that is a human. He is supposed to be a normal motherfucker. He's not.
Supposed to be? Supposed to be?
Yeah.
Ah.
As that is Hunter's turn, as Jalapeno, just shout something at them in a language you don't understand. That's it. That's Jalapeno's turn.
Okay. Understandable. Have a nice day.
I need to check something with the triplets. Okay. So that... Oh! Okay, you see the triplets all crouched down. As they just... You really just hear them go, "You can't escape us." As they jump to the other side of the river.
Yep, there it is. There it is.
I had a feeling.
The triplets are at it again.
And that's the end of their turn, because they got a nat 1.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. They can't.
they
They only
all
get a
face-
bonus action, essentially.
Do they all like face plant like one after another?
No, they just hop.
Okay.
They just didn't get their action.
Yeah, because the nat one stealth thing. I'm
Yeah.
Oh
imagining.
yeah,
Yeah.
I almost forgot about that.
As
Yeah.
the last one is Konika.
Monica.
As Konika, what can you do? Okay, you have that much movement. And you can get there. As you would see her hop down, as you see her actually not draw her weapon.
Oh.
As she grabs the Drurenesh and drags them.
Hell yeah.
As she essentially grabs the Drurenesh essentially in a headlock and drags them essentially away so they're not because she knows that alright, somebody has to run in and get to that damn Goliath.
That's actually fair.
So that opens up so John can run through and not proc opportunity of attack.
Yeah, it's essentially a grapple then.
Yeah,
Not
she grapples the
complaining.
Drurenesh.
Hell yeah.
The Drurenesh is bloodied at minimum, maybe crippled, because they've taken over 60 damage.
Yeah, yeah.
But they're still standing.
Yep.
Yeah. As essentially the Drurenesh, you saw her essentially pull out this pretty heavy weighted longsword to essentially defend herself against Hunter, but she wasn't exactly expecting to get grabbed by the throat by a kitsune.
Yeah.
Let's go swimming.
Alright,
Yeah,
as
yeah.
that is the end of y'all's fucking thing. Here you go. Whoa.
Yeah, yeah.
All right, I am
Initiative?
Now we roll initiative.
going
Yes.
to roll initiative. I almost
So,
forgot about
Are we
Who-
doing a group? Are we doing the group
Yes.
initiative thing that we tried out before? Because that
Yeah.
worked pretty well. Okay.
Yeah, so would you guys you guys can choose I'll do what Nits did.
Yeah.
Y'all can choose 2 people to roll.
Let me see what my initiative is.
that. Probably shouldn't be me.
I have a +9.
I
Okay.
have a +3 for reference.
Okay.
So you have a +9. Jalapeno has a +17, and you have a +9.
Yeah, I was gonna say I was pretty sure jalapeno was pretty high, so let's do jalapeno and I.
All right. Hunter is a +8. So
Yeah, he's pretty close to me. I got a dirty 16 on mine, so.
28 from Jalapeno.
Okay, yeah, that beats me. That beats me. Speedy little demon.
It's because of Jalapeno's class. As long as they get buff to go fast.
Yeah, yeah.
Fucking. Yeesh. Fucking. Alright, so, you add 7 plus your proficiency to your initiative. God damn, that's their fucking thing.
Damn.
It's because of Jalapeno's subclass.
It's fucking
Um,
crazy.
I know. It's fucking wild. I read that every time. I'm like, what do you mean? Just what do you mean?
Oh, God.
Alright, let me look at these people real quick. Okay, they lost the person who definitely had good initiative. So,
Did us
y'all
some
are
favors.
Yeah, y'all took the monks, so you know.
Yeah.
You definitely had good initiative.
Yep. Yeah.
Alright, so I will roll the one that I know has a thing that buffs their initiative.
Yeah.
Okay, so even with that, they get a dirty 12 in their initiative.
They didn't even beat Ryu's, let alone jalapenos.
I mean, no one's beating jalapenos. I don't give a fuck who you are. That's fucking absurd.
Dude, Rashi looking over at everybody like, you know, I'll accept a lot of things. Because I myself am bullshit. But that thing!
What a win. One insanely overpowered magic elf versus one robot bunny.
Unfortunately, magic elf, but jalapeno would get the first punch.
Yeah.
Oh, that's what matters, really.
Oh, God.
Dude,
It's about
jalapeno
sending
goes
a
first.
message.
It's about the getting to do it first. You didn't get to kill me. I made you bleed, maybe. You bleed? It's just a fucking
Oh, God. Okay. So, since we have the initiative start, should I go ahead and do that uncorruption thing again? You know,
Go for it, bud.
For old time's sake. Okay. That's a dirty 17.
Mm-hmm.
Is that enough?
For the orc sorceress?
Yes. Because I know she was pretty
You
damn
uncorrupt
close.
her.
Okay, cool. So
You
I
would
still have
uncorrupt her.
one more bit. I have my dark amulet, so I'm going to use my last charge, and then I'm going to start taking damage to uncorrupt people. So.
Yep.
All right.
You do have that mana potion, which will refill all. You will refill your natural mana slots.
Okay. So I might honestly end up taking that just so I don't have to start taking damage straight away because we have so much more ahead of us. God, who should we do next? Probably the Drunesh, because that's the second easiest. God, why y'all gotta whittle her down like that? Okay. So let's... Oh my god, another really good roll. That's a natural 18 plus 9, so that's a 27 on the Drunesh.
Her eyes go normal.
Okay, cool. That's the end of my turn, but yeah, next turn I'll drink that. I'll probably have to drink that mana potion. I'll try and start working on probably the Goblin Blood Hunter. So yeah, just don't hit the Blood Hunter if you can, because that's probably the next person we're working on. Straight, focus on Barbarian and Eldrin.
Yeah,
Alright,
so it
got
would
it.
have taken the Eldrin. It would have taken you 2 to get the Jurnish.
Yep.
But because they whittled her down to being crippled,
Yeah.
she's a lot easier to uncorrupt.
Hell yeah. If I can, I think we would try to look to Medja right before my turn ends, if I may. And just look to Medja, ML, Lulu, and just go, if you can, you can lightly hit the Goblin Hunter if you need to, but try not to do anything too rash. I can work on her next. Just, I don't know, maybe try to grapple her or something. Don't do anything too brash. They
You
all
see-
grappled
you-
her. That's triple disadvantage.
I want to mention, you see, they definitely had an idea, and you just shot their idea in the just tossed it in the water.
I'm sorry.
You
we-
just see them all look disappointed. They're
We
like,
don't
"Aw."
need a near-the-dead blood hunter barely making their way out of Goldcrest.
You absolute monster of a human being.
I'll make it up to you.
They smile at you.
All right, cool.
Alright. May I go ahead and go?
So
Bitch.
I do want to do this.
Okay, he's moving the
Alright.
tokens of Medja,
You would
Lulu,
see
and...
Lulu,
They broke...
Medja, and
They
ML.
hold up. They broke their normal thing. Normally it's...
Hold on, no.
Normally it's Lulu, Medja, ML, and then it was
There you go.
Medja, Lulu, ML. Holy shit, for a second they were out of sync. I'm sorry, I know to anyone else, like, wow, that's so crazy. For those fucking triplets, that is.
Yeah. As you see the 3 of them encircle the goblin, as you just see them all just start kicking her.
Oh my god.
Like, it is just a gank kicking. As I will now roll their 9 kicks.
Hell yeah.
And John, you can go as this is going. This is just what's happening in the background. I just needed to let you know that the sisters were heard. Hey, don't hurt her too much. The sisters got it. Proceeds to start beating the living tar out of the person.
Several MMA style low kicks.
Alright.
Alright, cool. So, I'm gonna go ahead and activate a new trick that I unlocked.
Oh no.
According to this, you have dubbed it Darkness Overclock.
Yeah.
Basically, what this does is I get an extra bonus action.
For 1 minute.
It says for a minute. Yep. Mhm.
Yep. So,
So-
you activate it?
Yep. I was curious, how would you describe this? How would John activate?
Yeah, so John, you essentially pull on this rune that had kind of been like seared into your body, like kind of near. You pull on the ring and it would activate it. As this rune would kind of form around your hand and sear through your body. As your flames would, like the tips of your flames would go black. As Thiloth is filling your body with essentially his magic. To allow you to do that extra bonus action. So everyone sees John's flames kind of turn black for a moment, and then it just becomes the very ends of his flames.
Cool. I will
Yeah.
move in close,
Uh-huh.
taking Jalapeno with me.
Got it. Cool. As I'm gonna roll the damage to this poor goblin.
Here,
Fair,
I
fair.
will,
7 times 4.
Gah.
Okay. Plus 30.
I'm second thought,
Got
I
it.
want to know where this is going.
Got it. So you see the goblin get kicked, repeat 7 out of the 9 kicks hit.
Gah.
As they do 58 bludgeoning to the goblin.
Fucking nice. Okay.
Are you conscious? They were told, don't, like, try not to hurt him too bad. The sisters, okay, most of these should miss. We're not flurry of blows. This person. No, not expending any key for this, by the way.
That's fair, that's fair. We need to be pretty touchy on what we use right now. This is just the beginning of the fights.
Yeah. Okay. You would see the goblin after receiving that 58 damage. You see the goblin cough up a little bit of blood and then just stare at them. As she's bloodied,
Yep.
barely.
Damn. Tanky.
Yeah.
Tanky goblin.
Go ahead, John.
Because we're dealing with a barbarian we need to kill, I'm gonna try and use some of my resources so I can really deal with some
Knockout, but
decisive
yes.
blows. So I am going to use both of my bonus actions.
Uh-huh.
The first one to go ahead and activate the rage slot, and the second
Uh-huh.
one to use the other rage slot in order to power my sword up.
Okay.
So I will actually probably turn in this before I put the flames on my sword, and I'll just say, "Oh, you you might want to look away for this. This might look kind of weird."
Eh? Aye.
John will turn back, and he'll proceed to do what he did last time and stab himself in the head. And
She like
pull the-
looks over at Ryu with this expression of what's wrong with what he's doing. Like, he's more-
He just kind of gives her that nod of like, TMI, TMI.
over here. You're doing good.
You're good. That's right. That's
I'll
right.
pull the sword out. Now the golden flames mixing in with Thurloth's kind of black flames from earlier. I have
Yeah.
no clue what that would look like, but I bet that might be a little blinding.
So like the
And-
tips of the flames that should be white are black.
Okay, and I will go to my main action, and I will roll to attack the barbarian.
I fucking
Ignore
heard that.
My mic didn't hit the wall accidentally.
Oh.
That's a dirty 21 to hit.
That will hit.
Excellent. Uh, 10 damage, and because I got the sword active, that's 2d4 on top of that.
Uh-huh. And you activated the
slashing.
burning infusion?
I did, so that's a 3d8 if my memory is correct.
Yes. I'm gonna say yes.
So 10 slashing, 5 poison, and 9 fire, right?
Yep.
Okay, so 10 sword, 5 fire, and... Wait, no, sorry. 10 sword, 5 poison, 9 fire.
Hell yeah.
Okay. So you would see the Goliath use one of the Goliath traits.
as she uses Stone's endurance to reduce the damage she takes.
And
Understood.
that was why I decided to use both of my rage slots.
Valid.
I knew this barbarian was going to be a little annoying to take down.
It's the Goliath barbarian, yeah.
It's probably best if I go all out right now.
Yeah, you
It's
got.
fair.
Yeah. As yeah, that is your turn. As Kenji helps Noki up.
Heck yeah.
As Noki kind of sits there a moment and thinks.
You good, Noki?
Yeah. I slipped.
It's alright. I know a noble who did that a few times.
Ah. Just a fucking. As you would see Kenji turn around, as she would lift her hand, as you would see her take like a couple steps off to the side,
Mm.
and you would see her aim her hand as her hand would begin to glow, as she fires 4 Eldritch Blasts at the barbarian.
Gotcha.
Oh, yeah.
For information for people, she basically, as soon as she got done helping Noki up, she went more to the side on the left side, so around Konika and the Drew Nest, just enough to get an angle on the Goliath barbarian. Nothing like too far. Like, she could have gone to the edge. No, she's in the middle of the fucking street. She just backed up and a little bit more to the left. Enough. Just enough to get an angle. She has so much more movement, and she just chose not to.
She doesn't want to get too far from the other people.
Which is actually kind of valid.
As Kenji will, as I will now roll her 4 Eldritch Blasts.
Alright.
Okay. So her lowest decent roll to hit was a dirty 20,
Okay.
and she got a net 1.
Understood.
Oh.
So her last one was a nat 1. So this is her first to hit. Her
Okay.
first hit.
14 damage.
Second hit.
11 damage.
And her third hit.
9 damage.
And this is her damage to herself.
Watch it be fucking
Maximum
nice now.
damage.
Yep, there it is. 17. God,
Yes,
always
she has a
max
plus-
on themselves every time.
Yep.
Look in the D&D, where the only nice things you can have are very few in between.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
And yes, everyone, she has a +7 from her agonizing, meaning her charisma is high as fuck.
Yep.
That is 34 force damage.
Yep, because 17 double, because it's a current. Yeah. It's
Oh, wait. That she also did, unironically, funnily enough, she did 34 damage to the barbarian as well.
bad. Oh.
That's
Huh.
what the math maps out to from
Yeah.
the 3 other hits. That's funny.
That's weirdly ironic.
Alright. As you would see her fire these 3 beams that would kind of arc into the barbarian. And you see the last one just kind of misfire as it just explodes in her hand. As she kind of overcharged it, effectively.
You good, Kenji?
Ow!
Take that as a no.
Ah! You just see her holding her hand as she kind of doubles over. As it's really just that, like, she cannot respond. She is in too much pain.
Yeah, that's fair. We have ointment. We can use it after the fight.
It really is that look of just like, are you okay? Ow.
It's alright, just use 1 bottle of Dove lotion and you'll be feeling better.
We have 5 charges of healing ointment. We'll just put a little on the band-aid, you know.
Yeah, just give her like a Spider-Man band-aid from Walmart or something.
As you guys would then see Noki bring her hands up, as you would see 2 runic bolts form in both of her hands. As she would also just, as she starts to form these bolts, she would just kind of walk a little bit around.
You walk around Kenji, who's doubling over in pain, to get a sight on the Goliath.
As she hurls 2 runic bolts into her.
Oh, God. You know, honestly, that's probably better than doing martial stuff right now, because, like, that's force damage. That'll get past the resistance.
Yeah. Which I should mention, the barbarian isn't even raging yet.
Yeah.
Like, they're just taking all of this damage. Oh my god,
What?
Noki, fuck off. With her
41 force damage to the barbarian.
Oh, random thought, by the way, Dylan. When they start raging, your sword's probably not gonna do as much. You might be better off using like some of your cantrips, maybe. You might be able to do more damage that way in the long run.
Fair point. I still got 2 more effects I can apply on my sword.
Okay.
And
I
that's
gotcha.
Do you want to use them all right now, though?
But I don't know if we'll even be able to get a rest if we run into the pillar. That's the one thing I should mention. I don't know if we'll run into them, but you know.
I mean, one of them I could probably skip out on, but literally the other one's better green flame blade, so that's free as a can.
Okay, that's a cantrip.
yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, so you would see, I will be completely honest, you see the Goliath is coughing up a fair chunk of blood.
That's fair.
As she gets battered by this magic.
Nice.
As she almost falls to a knee, but you'd see her get back up.
We're making progress.
Good.
As, you would also see, as she takes this hit, you would see her inhale as she kind of starts to fall to that knee, and as she would exhale, John, you would feel the ground around you begin to shake.
Oh.
As she activates her rage, and everything within 10 feet of her begins to shake.
Oh, I thought the bridge was gonna break for a second.
It might. It's the ground is shaking.
Noted.
Being on that bridge being a fire though might not be a good idea.
A good day to have fly as a spell, I'm not gonna lie.
Is it reactionary?
No, it takes an action. You'll be in the water for 1 turn.
Hang on, let me read something here. Okay, it says, sorry, really quick, if it helps, Nets, it says right here, for every 5 feet you move in water, or for every gallon of water sprayed on you, you take only 1 cold damage. So even if it's a lot of water on Sean, I think I have enough hit points to take it.
I'm gonna be honest, that 1 doesn't make sense.
That's what it says on the sheet for some reason.
I don't understand that, but fair enough.
I mean, I'm not complaining.
As you see Jalapeno swing around you, as Jalapeno starts hacking with Burn and Sear, which is the names of the 2 weapons. As Jalapeno just yells something again, it just starts... Oh, Jalapeno, you missed most of your attacks. Alright, as Jalapeno lands 2 hits, and one of them's a crit.
Damn.
The first hit,
11.
that's 12, and this one is the crit.
10, so that's 20.
Maybe
And
I
4,
didn't
so
need
that's
to
8, so 28.
Yeah, I didn't need to use my rage fire for this.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. You know, maybe I don't know. Is that the one that did the temp health thing? Is that what you're talking about? That one?
No, I meant that I can expand an extra rage slot to power up my sword with flames.
That one, yeah.
Yeah, I just brought it out because it's a barbarian, but now I'm just realizing it was really not needed here.
Well, they haven't gotten their turn yet. You might have still needed that rage. We're about to find the fuck out, because I think the only person that still has a turn left is Hunter, right?
Yeah.
And Kanika, I think.
Yeah, Konika, but I'm guessing she's just gonna be grappling the whole time, isn't she?
Konika, you would see her take her action to essentially do a medicine and realize that this person is not corrupted anymore.
Cool.
Like, you see her, like, look at them, and it's you see her, like, tilt her head around and, like, kind of look at their eyes. She's like, oh, you're fine.
Yeah.
And she was like, all right, I'm gonna let you go. Don't swing on me. I will cut your head off.
Just Let's Go gives him, like, a little head pass.
Yeah, so you would see Konika, like, she kind of skips her turn weirdly, because she's more trying to make sure that the hunter, that the Druinesh isn't about to fall over dead.
That's fair.
Like, she's like, I can't help you much. I'm not a healer, and I'm not good at medicine.
Yep.
But I can make sure Hunter doesn't attack you.
Yeah. Also, she literally can't get to the Goliath, so.
Yeah. As you would see as Hunter is, you essentially see him kind of go by as he would kind of slide underneath Jalapeno. As he would kind of slide underneath. As it is difficult terrain, get underneath them, but builds momentum a bit and then just goes underneath. As he is a bit more of an acrobatic than most people would be.
Hell yeah.
Let me double check. Alright. Cool. So he will move by the Goliath and get kind of behind them.
Lego.
And you would see him look over, and you see him look at the Goliath, who is like probably at this point crippled.
Yeah.
Like they are coughing over him. He looks over at the goblin that is also crippled, and he just sits there with this expression. It's like, who do I swing? I might kill either one of them. Like,
Non-lethal. Remember, non-lethal.
yeah, you see him lift his lift his swords as he looks over at the Goliath.
Use the blunt end, please.
Yes, he uses the blunt end.
Okay.
Okay. That's just unlucky.
Oh.
As he just rolls poorly.
Oh.
As most of his attacks just kind of bounce off of her body.
That's fair. Stone
As
body.
you see him as he just kind of hits her, and you see her just looking like, I fucking, not you too. Like, he's fucking like, fuck off.
Oh, man.
As you see him sit there with this expression of like, he's like, I've never hit people with the flat of my blades. It's like, fucking, like, I've never done this.
Can we mention, by the way, I just want people to understand just the mess that this is. Because almost everybody is fighting on this bridge. And then you look over a little bit to the left, and there's just Noki and Kenji just kind of chilling. And then just on top of the rooftop, by himself, just chilling, just like wiggling his little hands, is fucking Ryu.
Yeah. As you guys would see the barbarian, as it comes around to their turn.
I'm fucking safe. Go for it.
As you see the barbarian, you just hear her say, I'm getting real sick of this. As she stomps on the ground, as you would see the ground, as spikes erupt upwards. As I will now reveal the cone. As everyone in this cone has to make a dex save.
Is Jalapeno okay because they're riding on my back?
Jalapeno will get advantage. And if they do succeed, they will just avoid it entirely.
Right.
Because you are kind of body blocking for them.
I'll also mention this, the cone consists of Nosuke, Jalapeno, Janshan, the Druidish Fighter, and Konika.
Yep.
Just so people know.
As Jalapeno will succeed because they have proficiency in dex saves because of their class. And they got a nat 18. They're fine.
Alright.
I got a dirty 14. I don't know if that's gonna
That
be
does not
enough.
succeed.
Damn.
Is that a lucky? Is that worth a lucky charge?
Konika will also fail with a 15.
You know what?
Honestly,
I
I'd
have over 100 hit points. I probably should save my lucky charges.
Yeah.
And the fighter will also fail.
Shit.
As Nosuke, did I roll yours? I don't remember. I did not.
I know you said someone rolled really well, but I think it was just Jalapeno.
Nosuke is not used to dodging with a nat 3. She's never had to dodge an attack before.
Hey,
She
guys.
literally just stands there and sees a rock explode out of the ground in front of her.
So do we, like, have to uncorrupt this person? I'm okay with killing them suddenly. I don't know why, you know? I'm okay if they're dead, you know?
Wait, correct me if I'm wrong, but I thought Goliath was the one that we had to kill, or did I get misunderstood?
No,
you have to
it's only
knock
if they
her
got a
out.
nat 1 on the roll that we'd have to kill them. No, we don't kill them. We just need to knock them out so I can uncorrupt them.
Oh, I thought you were saying to kill. Okay.
No.
got it.
If I'm saying to kill, I'll flat out tell you just outright kill them.
Fair.
Yeah.
Glad to have clarified.
Yes, sir. Yeah, if you killed them, I would have been kind of sad. Just kind of sad, because they did hit my daughter. But, like, just kind of.
Alright.
But, like, you get over it in an hour, kind of.
Yeah, like, I might bring them back later to revive them so I can personally beat the shit out of them for what they did, but that's about it. I am a cleric.
Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, let me roll for something.
Mhm.
I think the Druidish was already crippled. She got her ass beat by everybody.
I think so, from what it sounded like.
Yeah, so you see a spikes impale her in the gut as she would fall to the ground.
Understood. Well,
As she's knocked unconscious. And you would see Konica. It's the thing that she sees a spike hit the girl. She goes, wait, and then a spike impales her in the gut.
Ow. As
she just kind of grits her teeth. As everyone in that cone that fails takes 20 piercing damage.
Shit.
That's half for me because I'm raging, I believe.
Yes.
Oh, and I still get to keep my 10th health.
Yes,
Ooh.
as that is one of her stronger attacks because she is an Earthbreaker barbarian.
Hold that thought, Acrid. Hang on, let me
What, bitch? I've already said the damage.
And with
It's
this,
a bit late.
No. And because of 10th health effect,
Oh,
they take
right,
damage from me. And because I technically took damage, I can use a reaction to activate Hellish Rebuke against them.
Do you want to
use a spell slot?
Wow, you guys were almost in sync first.
Yeah.
Impressive.
This is what happens when you have multiple DMs in the same campaign.
Oh my god, it's just my two dads at this point. Alright, anyway.
I only ask that because I do want to re-drill down. We have so many more possible fights we can run into because we still have to find the ruler bodies, Grandma Fowler's Fox Spoon Shade Woman, and the missing
There's a
boy
lot of
group.
possible fights.
Yeah.
That's a fair point.
That's the
I'll
only
save
reason
it
why I
then.
ask. Alright. Yeah, it's not me trying to ruin your fun, it's just more me just being like, hey, we got a lot of shit just in case.
No, it's cool, I get your logic.
Yeah.
You can, if you have Maja Hand, you can use Maja Hand.
True, do you have Maja Hand? That's a cantrip.
Oh,
that's a no. That is a heavy no. If I got hit with a hand.
yeah.
Maja
Hand.
Yeah, go for it.
Maja Hand is a reactionary cantrip where you slap the shit out of the person.
Yep. You get hit, you slap them. It's a dex save for them. It's perfect if you want to be petty without having to use like a whole slot or something.
Duly noted for the future.
Yeah, dude.
You should definitely have it.
I got counterspell at the very least. If we're talking petty reactions.
Hell yeah,
Alright, so that's the Goliath's bonus action.
Alright.
As she will then... hold on, let me... Okay. Okay.
I'm Morgana, you have zoomies.
Alright, so you would see the barbarian then turn around as you would see her essentially grab at you would recognize that she's not really wielding any weapons.
Yeah.
As you'd see her essentially throw like a punch at Hunter.
Mm-hmm.
And you would see Hunter essentially back off a little bit as it's nothing of because he's so close to the edge of the bridge, he's kind of having to like balance. And as he's kind of thrown a little bit off balance as dodging her first punch, she takes a step forward and essentially clocks him in the chest with like the flat of her arm. As she makes him roll a strength save, he fails and goes off the bridge into the water.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
As it doesn't look like he took much damage from that. It's more just the like, oh shit, and he falls into the water. Which luckily it's not John, so...
Yeah.
There you go.
John will just kind of think to himself, man, I'm glad that's not me right now. Oh shit, Hunter!
He saw that, you guys definitely saw that look of, oh shit, oh you mother. As he goes overboard, as that was her 2 attacks.
Understood.
As next up is the goblin, and you would see the goblin look over at the 3 triplets. You see her say something to them. They look mildly offended, and then the goblin just essentially just becomes translucent and just phases through the ground.
Okay, that's normal.
Ah.
As the goblin would then move and then pop out of the ground next to Nosuke.
You get the fuck away from my daughter. I will kill you.
As Nosuke looks over and goes, ha!
Nosuke, they aren't playing.
Don't do it.
Reaction. Persuasion. She actually is rolling persuasion. I'm not even lying. Okay, Goblin. Charisma save. Okay. You see the Goblin come out of the ground and start looking. The fuck you say to me? Fuck you.
Oh god.
Nosuke tried.
She tried. She tried.
She really tried to avoid getting hit. Let me check something with Nosuke. Okay, yeah, she doesn't have anything like that. Okay. As you would see the goblin take 2 swings with her longsword that she is two-handing. As she comes out of the ground, she misses her first swing.
Okay.
And then her second swing would clip Nosuke's leg.
Ryu will remember this.
Definitely a Telltale game.
Welcome to Actions Matters for NPCs. As Nosuke gets slashed along the leg. And you just hear her go, ow. That was a mistake.
Dude.
As
Just the immediate fucking, that's a mistake. The father standing on top of the roof, hovering over.
Calm down, it's a bad idea.
Oh god.
As next up, Lulu, Medja, and ML.
Mm-hmm.
Oh boy. Actually, no, it's actually the enemy's turn still.
Yeah,
Goblin
Eldrin
went,
Paladin.
the Goliath went, the Eldrin is the only one left.
Yep.
As the Eldrin, who are you gonna target, bud? That's for that.
Wait, has the monk even gone yet?
I uncorrupted them first.
Oh,
Yeah.
right.
Source is already
So
uncorrupted, and so is the fighter.
Yeah,
Alright.
the fighter's unconscious.
Yep.
Got it. So you see the Eldrin turn towards the mnemonican. As she would raise she would kind of reach off of her back as she would bring off this like frost-ridden greatsword.
Mm-hmm.
As you would see the sword begin to glow as she takes 2 cleaves at the mnemonican.
Okay.
And one of them will hit
Okay.
as the mnemonican takes some damage. Looks mildly inconvenienced. It's sort
Yeah.
of like ow.
That's fair. That's a fair reaction.
As now it's y'all's turn.
Alright, let's get the uncorruption out of the way. Theoretically, if I were to, let's say, they're not facing towards me. If I were to technically, by D&D mechanical logic, flank them, could I jump behind the Blood Hunter and grab them by the head to uncorrupt them?
Absolutely.
Because that might be faster. So I will do that. So I'm jumping fucking down and just immediately, while midair, if I may, I want to try and just grab them by the head. Want to try.
All right.
Emphasis on try. Try and just, Arcana, if I may.
Okay, so
Is there anything that's required to do so?
roll an unarmed to hit or an
Okay.
athletics, whichever you prefer.
Probably in athletics. That'd probably be higher for me.
If you roll in athletics, it will have a slightly different result, but
Actually-
you'll still get to roll your Arcana.
Never mind, unarmed actually is higher. I thought I had proficiency in it, but I don't. 17 plus 6, so 23.
Yeah, you grab the side of her head easily.
Okay, cool. Dude, I want to mention, by the way, this is rolling weirdly well for sanity dice. These normally do, like, trash, so this is new.
Alright,
Arcana.
go for it.
That is a dirty 16.
Okay, I think the goblin is already nearly uncorrupted anyways.
If I remember correctly, yes.
Yes, you would uncorrupt the goblin. And the first thing you hear her say is, "Oh. Oh, I'm sorry. Did I hurt you?"
You did. Apologize.
I'm sorry.
Good. Thank you.
You see her head lean back and she goes, "Can you let go of my hair?"
Sorry about that. Just, got riled up. Apologies. All right.
It's fine. She looks forward. She goes, "You want this?" And she holds out a health potion.
Hell yeah.
Where did she get it? It might be yours, Ryu. You don't know. It is a goblin. They are kleptomaniacs. They are prone to stealing.
Well, if it's just a normal, then it's definitely not mine.
Yeah. You would notice it's just a normal health potion. So
Okay.
it's literally the goblin's health potion.
Yeah, cool.
You see Noseki look at it. She goes, "Why is that?" You just hear her quiet. "What is that?"
It'll heal you.
Okay. She takes it.
Hell yeah. I don't know. Did I take my action and my bonus action to do that, or did that only take one?
No, it's just your bonus action.
Okay, cool. I want to
That was
mention.
just like your movement and your bonus action.
Understood. I would also mention, now that I'm out of charges, I'll use that other bit of my action stuff to essentially just drink down that mana potion, because I'm going to need it.
Alright.
So I'll remove mana potion out of my notes.
Yep, and you would get your 2 natural slots back. It would not refill the
third one?
the crystal, because the crystal isn't naturally a part of you.
Understood.
It refills your natural mana, so.
I do want to mention, by the way, it says on my mana slots that I have 3 now.
Oh, so you would have 4 then.
Yeah, I have a total of 4. That's why I was able to do what I was able to do without taking damage yet.
Yay!
Yeah.
So you have 3 slots then.
Yep.
Cool.
Yeah, it was
Right,
because,
you-
of
right,
the
yeah,
upgrade
level
thing.
5.
Yeah, level
Level
5,
5.
yeah.
I'm used to you not being level 5 out of my brain.
Yep. All right.
Alright, so the only 2 people left that are that are still corrupted is the Eladrin and the Goliath.
Yep.
As you would see Lulu, Maja, and Emma walk up to the Goliath. All grab forward, grab the back of her skull, and go, "Go sleep."
Cats from fighting real quick.
As John, you know what you get to see, bud?
Yeah?
You get to watch the 3 triplets walk up behind the Goliath, all reach forward and grab her, and then essentially just slam her into the ground.
John thinks to himself, "Man, I wish that was me right now."
I thought you were scared of them.
Hello.
Hey, fire elementals change, man.
I'm back.
Dude, yeah, so basically, John just got to watch the 3 triplets. Like, ML grabbed the barbarian's right shoulder,
Yeah.
Medja grabbed the back of her head, and Lulu grabbed the other shoulder as they essentially all jumped up and then slammed the barbarian into the ground.
Love that.
As they just went like, "Go sleep!"
Hell yeah.
As, they will all then just stand there and hold their bonus action.
Hell yeah.
As you look over and you see the mnemonican take her turn.
Mm-hmm.
As okay, as you see the mnemonican, as the Eldrin is essentially bringing her sword up, you would, as she essentially cleaved through the mnemonican and had her sword still kind of on the ground, you see the mnemonican just take a step forward and just start punching the shit out of the Eldrin. But you would see as she was kind of moving her left arm with her second punch, her leg cut itself on the fucking sword because Nat won. So she accidentally slashes her own leg on the sword just because positioning and monk. She had to move forward to punch, and the sword just happened to be in the right angle and the right spot to get her.
Jeez.
And just her not noticing the, like, positioning. And it was not a thing of her failing to fight well or the Eldrin doing it on purpose. It was literally just a sword was there. Fuck. But she would land her other 3 punches.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Whoa.
Which will all do a whopping, a menacing. It's like,
Oh, so deadly.
23 bludgeoning to the
Nice.
paladin.
Hell yeah.
And you see the orc sorceress. You would see her lift her hand.
Mhm.
As you would see her then lift her hand upwards. As you would see a bone spear form in the air above the Eladrin. And spear down into her.
Hell yeah.
As the Eladrin kind of gets out of the way.
We're lucky she's not using that in the normal way, because I'm pretty sure a bone spear has a 45-foot line that it just travels through.
It's a 100-foot line.
Yeah.
Yeah, luckily this orc sorceress seems to be able to control that a little bit, so yay.
That's good.
Yeah. As she takes 19 necrotic damage.
Nice.
The Eladrin does.
All right.
The Goblin used her turn to heal. Konica takes her turn to stabilize the Drunesh. The Monacan punched. Hunter swims to the edge and climbs out
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
water.
yeah.
It just kind of takes a step back and sort of like, motherfucker. He like gets out of the water and it's that thing where you just shit. Like, it's that thing of like you just shake yourself as sort of like motherfucker when you're just annoyed and there's nothing else you can do. Like
Yeah.
it's just a fucking like ah.
Oh,
As
God.
let me see. As let me check something. But of course. Let me double check something with yes. Kenji would walk around and get an angle on the Eladrin. As Noki, let me double check this. Okay. As Noki just wanders her way through. Kind of ends up just a little bit behind the Demonican.
Uh-huh.
As both of them lift their hands and fire magic into the Eladrin.
God.
As they basically do the same thing they did last time.
That checks.
As unfortunately most of Kenji's spells would not work, not do damage. But one of them would.
Alright.
Two of Noki's both of Noki's runic bolts would just bounce off the Eladrin's armor. As they just did not roll high enough. They just rolled poorly. Alright. The Eladrin, while not having taken the Eladrin does not look good. I can say that. The Goliath is down on the ground. Yeah. As the Goblin, as Jalapeno works his way around and stabs at the Goliath some more.
Yeah.
And the Goliath would fall unconscious as Jalapeno hacks into her gut.
Damn.
You just see Jalapeno sit there like, is that good? They stop moving.
Yeah, I'll
Yay.
kind of give like jalapeno a high five, a big smile on my face.
Jalapeno looks happy. Like, yeah, I did it.
Hell yeah.
Good job, little buddy. Good job.
Yeah. Alright, so the Goliath is down. Now it's just the Eladrin.
Alright, can I slash with the Eladrin really fast?
Hell yeah.
Alright, quick question. Does better green flame stack on each other?
What do you mean?
So could I, since I have 2 bonus actions for the rest of this fight, could I use
no.
it fair enough.
No.
I'll go ahead and activate. I'll go ahead and activate at least one though.
Yeah. You can't you can't activate the same spell twice. Like something like that. So yeah.
Fair enough. And I will, and then with my other bonus action, because I think it's funny, and the other thing I can normally do, which is like the poison charge thing, wouldn't be applicable here. I'm just gonna use Vicious Mockery on the Paladin.
Okay. What are you saying?
Okay, let me think for a minute here. look at you. Is this really what you wanted to be after you became a paladin? You're pathetic.
Wisdom save.
Wisdom, they have to pass 14.
Okay. Okay. So, you get D12s. Yeah, you get D12s.
Like a 2d12?
Uh-huh.
Oh, that's awesome. Alright,
You insulted a paladin's pride. That's a
that's-
really good way to piss them off, though.
6 damage could have been a bit better.
Yeah.
Alright, and now I'm gonna go into my main action, and I'm going to slash her with my
Okay.
sword.
Okay.
I'd like to use the lucky charm.
If you
Okay.
want to, you can.
See, for context, I rolled a nat 2. As much as I want to use a lucky charge to finish her off, I'm pretty sure everyone else is going to fucking gank her. So I don't really think I need to do that much damage here, especially if she's the last one left, is my logic.
Yeah.
So John would just kind of feel a little bit stupid as he like. So how I picture this in my head, it was a dirty 11 for context. I'm assuming that doesn't hit.
No, that will not hit a paladin. They have armor.
So as John just kind of like after insulting them, I like to imagine John accidentally had like a very loose grip to his sword, and it just nearly flies out of his hands. And he has to spend a few seconds trying to catch it.
Dude, so it's like, man, you ain't shit. Oh shit.
Yeah, exactly.
Like,
I might-
he lifted it to kind of like try and do a downswing, and he almost falls backwards into the water, like away from him.
Yeah, exactly. I'll end my turn on that note.
All right. Next up, I think, would be the Eldrin. Because they will take their one action, their one turn. I think that's them. I think that's everybody.
I think so.
Wait, I don't think Nosuke went. No, Nosuke didn't go. She has not taken her turn yet. I'm wrong. Never mind. Nosuke still has her turn. Excuse me. She walks around Noki going, excuse me. And then you would just, John, as you looking at this Eldrin, you're seeing like the Mnemonican is like to your right. And you can kind of see Noki like behind them. You're like, okay, like there's Noki and there's like the Mnemonican. All right, cool. But what you then see is these cracking crimson whips come out from fucking nowhere and just start beating into the Eldrin. As Nosuke takes her 8 swings. Because multi-attack is fucking stupid.
Yeah.
Alright, let me
Don't
just
you love it when they hit
No.
like a truck?
Luckily, she does only D4s.
Truth.
One. Alright, cool. And this is plus 15. Because only 3 of her hits actually do damage.
Understood.
As she does 29 slashing damage to the Eldrin, and the Eldrin would collapse.
Damn.
And that's why I did not use the lucky charge.
As you just see one, like, it's that thing of you see, you see, like, these 8 cracks slam into the Eldrin. And as John, you can tell it's, like, most of them just crack into, like, her breastplate.
Yeah.
And because it's literally metal, I'm sorry, whip isn't getting through that.
That's fair.
Oh, and then you just see, like, a cracker in the arm, cracker in the leg, and then one, like, cracks her, like, in the back of the neck. And then she goes down.
Hell yeah.
Alright.
As Nosuke just stands there and just goes like, oh, yay!
And is the Goliath already down?
The Goliath is down, yes.
Okay, so all I gotta do is just uncorrupt them at this point.
Yep.
Alright.
Of many many battles, I'm sure, around here. Success.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna walk up to them and first of all I'm gonna check on Notsuki and go, "You good? Your leg?"
I'm fine. A little hurt, but I'm fine.
He just gives a look at the goblin, gives her a nod, and then goes back to go on to grab
You
the
see the
others.
goblin, like, head kind of shrink a bit, like, As I will roll the healing, because that'll also probably really affect how Ryu handles that.
Yeah.
So that is, okay, got it, cool.
All right.
Cool, so Nosuke is no longer bloodied.
Good.
She's probably somewhere around 75% health.
Okay. Good. Next thing, by the way, there's 2 Arcana checks. It was a natural 19 plus 9 for the Goliath, and then I got a 15 plus 9 for the Eladrin.
Yeah, they're both uncorrupted.
Cool. Yeah. Yeah.
No, go ahead.
No. Go for it, bitch. Go for it.
Okay.
You got this. Go for it.
I wanted to mention John would probably kind of go with where I don't know if Jalapeno will still be sticking to John Sean at this point or not. Okay, I'll take that as a yes.
Yep.
Jalapeno wasn't told to get off, so no.
Understandable. I will just kind of approach Hunter, but like notably like several inches back. Because I'm sure Hunter's still dripping wet, and I'll just say, "You're doing all right." Get out! Oh man,
Brother.
falling into that river—that's the worst thing ever.
Yeah, getting doused isn't fun, but for you it'd be death.
Exactly.
So I guess, yeah, I'm
Should have taken your swimming lessons.
I know how to swim just fine. God, fuck.
Mm.
He just fucking he shakes. It's something. He's literally like pulling back his hair to try and get some of the damn water out of his fucking hair. Because Hunter does have a lot of hair for a guy. Like he has some dense hair, so he's like fucking God, fuck. This is annoying.
John would like very slowly approach him, and he'll stick both of his hands out, as Hunter will just kind of feel a bit warmer, essentially.
Okay.
And he'll just say, I can try to get some of that water off you. Just don't move, please. The water on you is kind of freaking me out a little bit.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Basically, what you'd be able to do is you kind of help dry out his clothes. That's like the big thing.
Yeah.
So yeah, you would help him out. It would drastically increase it, because otherwise he'd just been standing there in open air, and that's not gonna dry fast.
I like to imagine John's expression is something like he's trying really hard not to throw up as he's doing it.
I just love that idea. He's like, water. The most disgusting thing ever.
How I'm kind of choosing to treat this is like Spider-Man spider sets, where like essentially all the hair on his metaphorical body is sticking up.
Hey. By the way, I'm just gonna let you know right now, because we have 3 people that are essentially unconscious. I'm gonna give them a charge each of the restorative ointment. I think it makes sense, because we actually might be able to use their help with stuff. I'm not trying to bring them into the crypt with us, but more that if we can get them healed up and have them kind of just lightly and sneakily, to the best of their ability, search just the area for any missing people.
Yeah.
That might, but they don't have a way to corrupt them. Either way, at least
they can knock them out.
They can knock them out, that is true. If they can knock them out, that'll be good.
Yeah.
Because if they knock them out, then we can just pick up the people. They can just pick up the people, tie them up, and then we can deal with them when the time comes.
Yeah.
So if they find a group, they'll just be told to essentially just go and bring them out to the edge, and we'll meet them there. And if they don't see us within a certain amount of time, then just, honestly, at that point, leave. Yeah, just leave the corrupted people in an area where other corrupted things can't get to them to try and help them. Basically try to hide the corrupted people so we can at least get back to them whenever that time comes. If something does happen. I feel like I don't need to do that in Reeve's voice, because I literally just told you as a DM, and I probably should just done Reeve's voice. You want me to roll that restorative ointment for each one of them? That's 2d8 plus 2.
Yeah, go ahead.
Alright, first one. So I'm going to do it on physical, because last time I rolled this thing digitally, it rolled like shit. That's a 4 plus a 4 plus 2, so that is 10 for the first one. So I'm going to guess that was probably to the fighter who was knocked out. That probably feels like that takes the most urgency, because it got brutalized by the spike.
Yeah.
Then the Goliath, that's 7 plus 5, that's 12 plus 2, so that's going to be 14.
Okay.
And then the Eladrin, they can heal themselves, honestly, with their healing points, so honestly, it doesn't hurt too much, because I only got 3 plus 2, so that's 5, but it's fine, they have lay on hands anyways, and if they have any spells left over, they can heal themselves, so.
Yep.
Yep. And
So
they
yeah,
can
they
heal the
would.
rest of their party, if they need, so.
Yeah, they would. That group will head off.
Alright, cool.
As y'all get to keep going throughout the noble area.
Hell yeah. Keep an eye out for that damn fox spoon.
Yeah. As Ryu would see something
Uh-huh.
that just fills him with just agony, like internal pain. He's the only one that feels it.
Mhm.
He sees one noble house. The last time they were here, it was fine.
Uh-huh.
Now it's been burned to the ground.
Okay.
And there's a little ping over it. A little
Okay.
fox ping.
So we need to head over there. That's the fox spoon area. We should go do that. There's only one of those things where he looks over at, and he looks at John and the others and just goes, I think I know where Dixie's spoon is at.
Ready?
Just,
Blessed
do you know?
Dixie.
you see him just kind of like look to everybody, point back without even looking at the house, at the burnt to hell house, and he just said, Dixie, the elders god of foxes and mischief, Nosuke, asked for a spoon. He said he would leave a recognizable mark where it would be. That house was fine.
Okay.
It's there.
Okay. So as y'all would get over to this house, because y'all just travel by the rooftops, you guys would notice something that's even more just like, God, Dixie, you little shit. He burned the image of a fox into the building roof.
Yep. Yep. That shit.
Investigation.
Investigation, everybody.
On it.
You guys get an advantage, like double advantage to both of you. Just fucking roll.
I rolled the same number twice, and then holy shit, that's a nat 20.
Oh, that's funny that you mentioned that because I got a nat 1.
Damn, dude.
John, you don't even go into the area. You're just so bemunced at staring at Hunter, who's still dripping wet. Like, there's still water on him, and you're just like, you. Disease. Like, you're so fucking like...
No, you know what would happen? John starts singing a little song to himself. Water, water, go away, water. No one wants to see you.
Dude, what is John gonna do if there's just a fucking watermelon that starts flirting with him, man? Like, what are you gonna fucking do?
Oh my god, that would be the funniest fucking shit, unironically.
They're both like, hey, how are you?
Yeah.
Get the fuck away from me, get the fuck...
No, actually, I support this idea, unironically.
Got it. Alright, cool. I can proceed as planned. Anyways.
Oh.
You don't know.
Oh, God. I swear, if I fucking foreshadowed some shit.
That's
Probably
that's
not.
funny.
It's probably not.
Probably not.
Alright, but as you would look in Ryu, you would see sitting there gleaming on a pile of ash.
Why did he just get it himself?
And next to a cindered corpse
Yep. Yep.
is a fox spoon.
Can we just mention, Dixie could have gotten this for themselves. They literally got to the building and did all this. They could have grabbed it themselves. All right, I grab the fox spoon.
Yeah, you get the fox spoon. You feel you hear like a little fox snicker like in the back of your mind
Oh god, yeah.
as Dixie's just like.
That checks. That checks.
As you look at this like cindered to god corpse,
Yeah.
you're honestly not sure if that person's skin was just turned into charcoal.
Might have been.
It's just like, oh, wow, you looking fucked up.
Yeah. Yeah. All right.
All right, as you got that, there you go. You got the spoon. Woo.
Whoa.
As you guys would start continuing onwards,
Mm-hmm.
I will roll for something. Okay. Oh, okay. Wow. Was that what I thought it was? Oh, it was. Cool. Wow. Oh my god, okay. Y'all get to the fucking palace unhindered.
Oh shit!
Hell
Okay.
yeah.
I rolled for the 5 possible locations you could have run into something. Nope. No,
Really?
y'all were fine. Y'all snuck past all the corrupted. Y'all just kept going. And as you guys would reach the palace and kind of head into the front entrance, kind of just dropping down. And this is kind of where we're gonna be ending off on this next little note as you guys head in.
Okay.
As you guys would head in, you guys would see that the palace is not looking great.
Mhm.
You can definitely tell this is probably where the Argonians been staying.
Yeah.
Because there are bones everywhere.
That checks.
Mm.
As you would be seeing that, the one thing y'all would see as y'all enter the room, you would see something sitting in the middle of the palace hall.
Mm-hmm.
Unmoving at this moment, but I'm gonna have Ryu and actually John,
Okay.
you guys can both give me a history check.
All right. That is
14.
a 15 plus 5. So, actually, hold up. Wait, second sheet. Let me check. Yeah, there is a difference. 15 plus 6, 21.
Okay. And John?
14.
Okay. John, I'm gonna start with you. You recognize this creature.
Okay.
Maybe you've fought one before in your past, but you definitely are looking like, I don't remember what you are exactly, but I remember you being annoying. Like, I remember what I do not working all that well against you, or it did work well, but it was bad. Like, just something about it didn't feel right. Ryu.
Mhm.
And this is kind of where that little bit of why it was bad for you is going to make sense suddenly. Ryu would know exactly what the fuck this thing is, because the DC was 20 for both of you
Okay.
to get all the information. This thing that's sitting in the middle of the hall, which is made out of a kind of wooden material and like has a bit of like iron bracings kind of going throughout its body to kind of keep it help it hold its shape. This is a golem. It is a thing known as a wicker golem. They are made completely out of wood and metal. They burn very easily, but when they catch fire, they get stronger. And the more fire damage they take, the stronger they get.
Gotcha.
As they are vulnerable to flames because they are made out of wicker, but the wicker they are usually made out of burns for a longer period of time than most wood would.
Mm-hmm.
So they're able to survive the fire even though they're vulnerable to it. And it makes them stronger and more angry the more they burn.
Mm-hmm.
That makes sense.
So there is a wicker golem that is sitting in the middle of the palace.
Is it corrupted?
You can't quite tell because it looks to be asleep,
Gotcha.
as
What
it seems to be in an inert state.
I'm,
As you guys are kind of entering the hall.
I'm guessing rolling an Arcana would not allow us to do so.
What do you mean? Say again?
I'm guessing rolling an Arcana would not allow us to check. for corruption? Since it is an inert state?
You can try.
Okay.
So basically, it's in that thing where golems or things of that nature can just kind of power down, similar to that of like a construct.
Yeah.
They just go into an inert. But yeah.
I have an easier solution, possibly. I have detect magic. I can use that for free.
Detect magic?
Detect magic.
Oh, detect magic. Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I'll
you
just
can do that.
Yeah, I'll just kind of activate. Activate
You
it.
just kind of like snap your finger, like you like kind of like not you don't make any noise with it, but you kind of like snap your finger to activate it.
I'd say that's in character, yeah.
Just kind of like it's not even like a proper snap. It's like you snap off of your like ring finger.
Gotcha.
It's just like to make no noise.
That makes sense, yeah.
And as you would get this detect magic, you would definitely get that detection of, okay, this thing's definitely alive. It's just inactive right now. It's just sleeping, effectively.
So it's probably not corrupted?
It might be. You're getting a weird feeling of, you're getting a weird amount of psychic energy similar to that of a corruption entity.
Okay.
But it seems almost like it was naturally built with that already into it. So it might have been built by Rashi.
Grand.
It was given to the Argonian.
Got it. Okay. I will kind of put my hand on Rio's shoulder and I'll just say, so, I'm reasonably confident it's not exactly corrupted. But if my instincts are correct, I'm getting a very psychic magic sort of vibe. A very similar vibe to Rashi and his goons. So if anything, there might be a good chance that this is a golem that Rashi himself made, if anything.
Considering it's a wicker golem and it's made of wood, I wouldn't put it past a druid to make something like this.
Hey, out of curiosity, I think I fought one of these before. Do you know what these... Do you know what it's like to fight one of these? I don't know.
The more you set it on fire while it's vulnerable to fire, the stronger it'll become.
No wonder my deja vu is telling me that this was insanely annoying to fight against. No wonder.
Let's try to get around it if we have to fight it. Maybe restrain yourself from using any form of fire magic.
Will do.
Yeah. As you guys would be able to see, as this thing is sitting in the middle of the main hall, like, you can see where Zane, the Emperor, you can literally see his throne.
Mm-hmm.
Like, this golem just plopped down in the middle of the fucking main hall, in the most inconvenient fucking spot for anyone that would enter the palace.
Yep. They probably stationed it there on purpose, honestly.
But you guys probably got lucky in the fact that golems, similar to constructs, they do need to shut down for a period of time to repower effectively.
Yep.
Now they don't need to shut down for very long, so the fact this thing is asleep, it means it might only be asleep for like when y'all go by it. It'll probably be awake by the time you come back.
Gotcha.
Makes sense.
But you guys will all get to roll a group stealth. I do have a DC in mind.
Alright.
I'm on it.
That is a natural 15 plus 7, so that is a 22 from me.
That is a nat 20 from fucking Lulu.
Nice.
30-14, but I don't think the warlock / barbarian is meant to roll high.
No. It's kind of surprising
As long
ML
as
just
it's
rolled
not
a
a
9,
nat
though.
one.
Yeah, we don't need
what
nat
was
ones
that?
during that. It's kind of surprising that ML, the monk, the dex-based monk, just rolled a 9, though.
Oh, yeah, true.
Yeah.
She got a nat 2.
ML's not doing well. Like, she rolled a nat 1, and then she almost rolled another nat 1. Like, that would have been her second one today. Jalapeno,
Okay.
why did you roll bad? Konica has a reason. She's big as fuck. Not in the mean way. But, like, Jalapeno, Jalapeno's got no excuse.
Plunky.
Well, I mean, you've already canonized. They're quiet as fuck when they move around, so clunky's not even an option.
Never mind. I'm sorry. I don't know. Good jalapeno ain't trying that hard to snuff. They're like their little lights are blinking. They're just sitting there. Like,
Jalapeno, you dumbass.
They kind of forgot to turn off their lights.
Oh god.
Because they haven't had to for a while.
That's
so
fair,
it just
that's fair.
slipped their mind. So what did you two get?
I got to the 22.
14.
Okay. So with y'all's as a party combined stealth of 197.
Do we pass?
Is it enough?
Y'all beat the DC of 105.
Alright.
As y'all will sneak by the wicker golem, as you guys would see a large door, kind of iron door that is open and has like what looks like it'd be like two halves of a skull on it.
Mm-hmm.
As you guys would head into that, as it's literally like right next to the king's like throne,
Gotcha.
like to the emperor's throne. So it's like they're like, it might be the crypt. I don't like that the door's open, but
Yeah.
yeah. As you guys would head down in there, as I didn't know if y'all would. I rolled to see if the golem was awake, and it was like, nope, I'm asleep. And I'm like, wow, that's very lucky.
Yep. It is. Alright.
Alright, so
Yeah.
y'all head down into the crypt, and I guess that's what we'll be ending off.
Alright.
Good.
Well, with that all being said, you guys can check us out on the Lost Harbor Tavern, and also on specifically Spotify, and the Lost Shipyard up on YouTube if you want to check out the Sanity Campaign. Don't forget to leave a like and maybe comment a little bit. It actually does help us out a lot. Yeah, just any support honestly helps us out a lot. It's heavily appreciated. That being said, you can find more of campaigns like this over on these channels that we already just mentioned just a second ago. Because you can find the Duped campaign, the Amnesia campaign, and, well, we're still working on getting the Duped out, but we literally are just waiting on the thumbnail from an artist. So that's it.
Oh, yeah.
And then, also, if you want to find some other campaigns going on, we have the Lost Harbor Tavern up on YouTube, also can be found in the same area on Spotify, where you can find the Rum and Harbor campaign. And you can also find, guess what, motherfucker? A bunch of one-shots, the Hidden Garden campaign, the Brothel campaign. You can find some YouTube shorts up on there if you want to. It's a whole shebang, baby. That being said, we thank you guys for watching this episode. And we will see you guys next time. Bye-bye!
Bye.